do remember
Starting
things.
recording. Yes.
Starting
Please do.
recording? Okay. Last time in the Showcase of Nations, it has been a rather lengthy time since the last time specifically, but more so to put ramifications that I don't remember the details to very well. Both Thibin and Leona have been dressed up and taken to. Is it the ball?
Gala.
It's a fancy gala, a
The
different fancy
the
gala.
fancy gala, including friends and companions, except for one individual that we probably just not going to see for the rest of the entire campaign.
He's
Uh,
running around doing spy stuff. Is the
yes,
general
Quote
assumption.
unquote.
Look. He failed his first stealth attempt, so he's proving that he's so stealthy we don't even know he's there anymore.
exactly. Uh,
I mean, if there's ever a TPK, we can just have him swoop in and save the day or whatever.
And then die afterwards, so we can't use him again.
the man bat. We are here specifically for an individual by the name of Petrov. Last name, first name, don't remember.
So,
Petrov, last name.
Petrov.
No,
Last name.
no. While if anything, it'd be first name Petrov.
Vasily
first name
Petrov.
Petra.
So Petrov.
Vasily
Bruno.
Petrov.
Petrov.
I'll just call him Mr. Petrov until he tells me to call him by his first name, at which point I'll take a note.
There is some other details I'm also forgetting, unfortunately. So those who do remember do state.
So I do recall we had determined that he was, long story short, on Ivor Ward's shit list for screwing up with the crash and things. So there was a non-zero chance he was going to be
Assassinated.
eliminated. I was going to say.
Same
Killed in
difference.
front of killed in front of everyone to make an example of.
And
Yes.
Leona decided the best way to keep him protected was to dress up like Zelda.
Of course, normal.
And I, on the
Well,
other
I think
hand,
that's
decided
the
to
same
take
plan,
his
not
invitation
Leona's.
to be his bodyguard, but
Yeah.
promptly ran off after someone mysteriously left a weapon and dumped my fox in a trash can.
And Norvin is still a guard.
And Ide is still doing alchemy, I'm assuming.
Yosu got binned.
I can show up to the party. I mean, they left like a note and a tux for him. At least Leona left a note and a tux.
Or he might run into the fox bear.
I don't know. I
That's
will
up
do
to
whatever I want.
whoever.
I'd see what you did there.
Funny.
Ha 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 ha.
Bazinga.
Hey, at least I
Right.
didn't name my character Nobody.
That would have been quite in agitation. Almost as agitating as saying your name is you.
What's your name? You. No, not
Who?
me. You. That's what I said. You said what?
I'm not I. You're you.
You. Yes. No, not you. Him. What's your name? Me. Yes, you. Me. He is me, and I am you.
Anyway, we should actually probably.
Who's on first?
Yeah,
Do
we
the
should probably.
game now.
Yeah. Let's get started. All right then.
And then a Japanese samurai called She walks in.
Leona is mingling with the fancy folk, talking about various high class things like wines and crystal
Fancy.
and wait. Norvin, what are you doing?
I'm trying to do a bit more with Leona's conversation than just have everything be tautologically fancy.
Fancy.
But that is probably what it sounds like to the rat and
Yeah.
certain other people.
As I do
It's basically
recall,
another language.
I was talking with like a factory owner about like steel production or something like.
Yeah, it was steel production.
Factory owners, the most fancy of people.
They are well, somewhat. They're rich people. Like think of the
Hey,
Monopoly
CEOs of
man.
factory can be very fancy.
This is a
Yeah.
Mr. Pennybags.
Yeah.
Leona, I'm gonna low with you. This is some Star Wars Episode 1 stuff.
Yeah, it really is. The negotiations were short.
No, they weren't. That's the problem.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not important. What's happening in the background? What is Norvin doing?
Staying like a polite distance back, so it's not like I'm eavesdropping part of the conversation.
Right.
In other words, in the background.
And paying attention to the room if anything weird's going on. I doubt that Mr. Pennybags over here is going to stab Leona with a knife or something.
You could think
You
it.
never know.
I mean, after all your experiences with Fibbin,
Miss Leona, and he tears off his cloak. Go to hell. Go directly to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 gold.
the theme today is Monopoly, if anyone didn't catch on.
I'm good.
Beer so.
Mr. Pennybags. He's not a Bond villain. He's not going to leap across the table with a gun.
Ah, yes, with his stepbrother, Moneybags. Or Cash Money.
And even if he does, Leona does have her fancy stored of office with her. It's as much of a fashion accessory as it is a weapon.
No, then there's also Fibbin, who
Are you
all
sure
she has
about
to do is
that?
take off her dress, and immediately everyone's terrified.
I'm pretty sure. Can we keep Thibbin away from anything that goes on? Like that's priority one because if anything
He is
involved, the building explodes or something.
Wild, I hate to tell you this, but Thibin is currently trying to engage Mr. Petrov in conversation. She has very quickly become one of the more critical characters to the story already.
Damn it!
You've already waited too long.
You are very
attention.
you are very late to this particular party.
Damn it!
I just want to know all that
And-
Norvin
and-
does,
and-
because Norvin doesn't do much. He doesn't get much screen time.
Leona in the middle of your fancying, you see Norvin's face go very narrow as he just remembered somebody Blackbird and half of his height is no longer with him.
What?
I can't exactly march over and drag her away.
If there's a sound effect for this, have you guys ever heard like a timpani drum being tuned in orchestra, and they change the pitch up and they hit it and it goes something like dong.
It
No,
dawned on
but
him.
I do have this one.
Close enough.
Nani?
Mm-hmm.
I just really want more interaction with Norvin. I mean, I've been literally watching all of these videos because I usually miss things, so
Norvin just kind of stands there, doesn't he?
his main characteristic is I'm leaning against the wall and I'm watching you like a fucking hawk. This gun is ready, Thibbin.
Basically, it's his face, I'm guessing.
At some point, Norvin is going to be marching Thibbin with his gun against her head, with her hands in the air. Norvin's going to be looking around. Should we do something? No, this happens all the time.
That's going to be a plan to get into somewhere at one point. Just like pretend to arrest Thibbin. I'm not pretending.
Speaking of speaking of Thibin, she has decided to approach Monsieur de Poutrouve.
Oh my god, Darkness doesn't even know when this starts.
Oh dear.
I just looked at my messages and he says, it starts in a little under an hour, right?
Bruh, it's always been this time.
And then he furthers on, even then, it's like as not, I have been voluntold that I am working tonight, so he's not going to show anyway.
Oh,
So not only does he not know what time we actually start, but he has an excuse.
Well, what the hell was he pestering you for then?
It's
It
like,
might as
why
well
are
have,
you
said-
telling
have
me?
said nothing.
Why are you telling me? Why are you surprised that I'm asking early, and then tell me, oh no, but I can't do it anyway.
Oh crap, the game's starting, isn't it? No, that's fine. I got stuff to do.
Oh my.
Okay.
wish-
Let's see here. So to recap, so to recap, ours, food area, couple bins, a whole bunch of tables, a little bit of open area. That's a stage with people on it doing things. Everyone is certain it's important things. Believe us.
Is that where the music band's at? It's not
Oh.
that one.
The insanity
Anyway.
level grows.
Started growing the moment we started this game.
I just heard a truck. That
Damn.
sounds.
That may have been me yelling. I apologize.
No, hang on. I need to take a look because if it is what I think it is, I will probably be disappearing for a moment.
An indefinite moment.
No, I think he can just like ask the guys what they're doing. They'll tell him, and he can come back.
I appreciate that last email from Wild. Norvin isn't sure when we. That's just it.
Dot. There's not even dot. It's just that.
No, I accidentally hit enter. I know that much. I just don't know what I was actually trying to say.
Wild.
How you paused even when
why-
you were explaining it.
Wasn't them.
Why?
It was just FedEx randomly nearby.
Oh, okay.
No, Darkness was nearby.
Wild, you know better than anybody. You know better than anybody. Sentence fragments are the funniest thing.
Are they?
Right then. So back on topic. Thibin has approached Mr. Petrov.
Matter of fact, she's sitting down at the same table as him.
Yeah, what's going on over there? The important conversation.
It is a very important conversation, and the last person we need to update is Miss Hinako up here, who found somebody trying to plant a gun somewhere, then dashed off into the forest, and also Yasuo got binned at one point, or Yosu, excuse me. Yasuo is somebody else.
So many names that are close to each other. You've made a mistake.
Yes, have a key.
I make no mistakes. I just make.
Yosu's trying to clean herself off. She's looking very disheveled at the moment.
I told her we would be taking a bath later. After we catch the douchebag that binned her.
Oh. All right, she appreciates it.
No, we're not going into details of the bath scene.
we're.
Any perk that
I
maybe
was
watching this already have drafted in the
I
past.
wasn't anticipating you would, Hinako, but thank you for clarifying regardless.
Hey, just clarifying for the whoever watches this
Just-
stuff later.
Points at camera.
Exactly. Breaking some fourth wall, okay?
It's like
Just
hand over the camera. No.
Hinako, I don't think you know how fan art works.
Fan art is what fan art does. I shall not complain, but I'm
Is
just
it
saying
fan art if it's a
that
player in
we-
the game? That sounds like something Gold would do now.
I mean, didn't Gold already put us into like swim clothes somewhere
Yeah.
at some point?
I mean, he already put you in swimsuit.
I already did National Bikini Day.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago too.
That was basically when it first started.
That was enjoyable. Let's see here. To begin the proceedings, let's start with Leona and Norman. You two can do a pair of perception checks while I handle Miss Thibben, who is currently saying,
How has this your day been going, Mr. Petrov?
yes,
Ew.
yes, yes, I believe, bollocks. I hold on a moment. I need to rack my mind. I'm honestly not sure if these two have met before now.
I don't think so.
Not in that form, anyway.
Probably heard of Thibin.
Norvin, you are inspecting the wall for assassins.
Wonder if it's a fascinating wall.
All right.
I was more thinking looking at this half of the room rather than this half or something, but
So then on that note, Petrov is going to look at you, Thibin, and he's going to say, you don't usually get too many Sirkituans around here in the Confederacy. What brings you here? Also, that was completely the wrong accent.
Yes.
Yes, well, Stephen Gertquit has been traveling along with my compatriots. And this was one such location.
Hold on a minute. Does Thibin have ranks in linguistics?
Let me go ahead and take a very quick look-see.
And the reason I'm asking is because compatriots has a very specific meaning.
She does not have the skill.
And I don't know if that was an in character or out of character mistake.
That's a good question. You want me to roll it?
Please do.
Okay.
Tell you what. Thibin is smart and very smart, and she would know that if she calls her group her compatriots, that implies there's more Sirkituans running around, and something Sirkituan could is in the works.
Yes, I just looked it up, and yeah, compatriots means like fellow countrymen, effectively.
As the player would state, I do not know that term. It'd be used like that. Though,
To be honest,
I mean,
neither did
he's
I.
heard he heard the word and he thought he knew the meaning, and this is what happens.
though to be very fair, there is technically other Sirkituans around the place. It's not exactly her actual companions.
But she's not affiliated with them, and I feel like that would be a meaning she's not trying to append.
Yeah.
My internet broke momentarily. Was it just saying what compatriots means?
Yes.
Yes.
It basically means countrymen.
Congratulations. We had a
now
grammar lesson.
And I
Can we
could,
move
and I
on?
could. I could be horribly mistaken, but I don't think Leona is from the Circuituan.
She is not.
Not
They just
today.
all have hats of disguise.
That's Zelda.
Thibin is not actually on disguise right now.
Yep. Nope. She is just fancied up.
Yeah.
No reason not to. Okay. All right. Regardless. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I did hear. I did hear a story about about something regarding a police arrest of a few Circuituans about a few days before the race when the funding was secured. I don't suppose you know anything about that.
Yes. I, Thibin Goodquit, do, in fact, know of that. My compatriots were searching for such individuals. However, the country that we are currently in has got to them first. So now waiting for law to fully finish.
You didn't seem to. Sorry. No, that was bad. As I understand, a group of I believe the newspaper said adventurers decided to raid their little dugout.
Yes, that is where I am with. Compatriots is perhaps the incorrect terminology for this.
Oh, I see.
Companions, perhaps that is more accurate.
Minions.
Sorry. What?
Minions? No, companions.
Ah, I see.
Though minions would not be inaccurate either. I think.
No, would strongly contest that terminology, but she's not here.
He also feels a disturbance in the force.
She feels like somebody's trying to say she has a second owner. As for Mr. Petrov, he'll give himself a sip of his fancy brand wine, and
Oh no.
he'll say I see. Well then, Miss Gertquit, Gertsuit, no,
Hurt quit.
Gertquit, spasibo. Hi. How do you know me, anyways?
I heard of you in relations to the race. I found it rather fascinating of it.
Head of the team?
Yes. Actually, quite a bit. The technology in the vehicle itself, from what I was able to get from the public papers, is fascinating.
Well, I'm always happy to chat a little bit about what exactly is going on. No trade secrets, though, of course.
Yes, of course.
And our team is never in short supply demand for, let's say, outside resources. But I don't suppose you have you have any interested parties that might be interested in seeing their names on the side of a showcase card.
Fibbin takes a drink of her fruit punch.
There is, in fact, possibility, yes.
Is
Question,
that so?
yes, question inquiry, of course, comes from what kind of relation is required.
Mr. Mr. Petrov stands up. Perhaps we could take a walk, and I can provide some more detailed ideas.
Fibbin begins to stand up as well.
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. Shall we then? And he begins a nice little jaunt down here towards the museum area. Leona and Norvin, the reason I had you guys roll perception is because you probably noticed that there was a little bit of empty room here on the end of the buffet table. Leona, you are very busy being fancy, and Norvin, you saw that somebody has brought out a cake.
Yay, cake.
A cake.
Is it a lie?
No. It's actually a cake.
Illusory cake.
Does the cake contain bullets?
You're welcome. You're welcome to find out. Norvin would be the most would be the most
How
to know
big is
about
the
that.
cake? Can someone jump out of the cake? Are they smuggling someone in?
It is a sheet cake. Wild, a stripper is not going to come out of it.
I don't know. They could hide a fairy in there.
Just jump out the
Very
cake
sure.
with like a Gatling gun.
Fairy with a gun, no.
Wild.
All right.
What?
Why do you give me these mental images? A stripper with a Gatling gun is not going to come out of the cake.
I never said stripper. That was you.
Who else gets put in cakes?
I was thinking the beginning of New
Assassins!
Super Mario Brothers.
Wives.
Who one's gonna get that?
Where like Bowser Jr. jumps out of the giant cake that they bring in.
It is a sheet cake, flat, one layer.
A one-layer cake.
That's my one contribution to this session. Good night, everybody.
I hate you.
Aye.
Good night, everybody.
Leona, you see Mr. Petrov walk past with a squeaker in tow, and as he walks. And as he walks past you, he slows up and turns and says, "Excuse me, miss. My sincerest apologies. I feel like I've seen your face somewhere before."
Leona will properly introduce herself as Leona yada yada yada.
Yes,
Yes, I know.
I
I just styled my hair differently for the event.
I see. I don't. Perchance, do you have do you have a sister or something like that? I remember I remember discussing a possible drone maintenance, and I remember her looking very eerily similar to you.
As far as I'm aware, I don't have any siblings who are in either ward, but considering the prior history our two nations have had, it's entirely possible she could be a distant relative.
I suppose so. I sincerely apologize, Lady Leona, and he will very politely smooch your hand. I was show, I was show, I was show, I apologize. I was en route to discuss a tiny bit of business and just just thought I should say hello. Um, I do enjoy the party.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Petrov.
And he will continue on down his way towards the museum.
Leona will. Leona will slowly start to wrap up her conversation with the steel plant owner, and with the intent of making her way towards the museum. Not per se to listen in, but more to make sure Sibin doesn't do anything crazy again.
Okay.
Once bitten, twice shy. What can I say?
And we head down here. Hinako, as you begin cleaning Yosu off and continue your search, you get a small crackle over the communications device you were probably given as part of Mr. Petrov's security detail, and you are informed that Gold Bear is on the move and he's heading towards the museum.
Shit.
You don't know who this Gold Bear is or how he got into the gala hall to begin with, but either way.
Should I do a profession roll to see if I can realize that such situations might refer to?
No. I was just making a crack. You know what call signs are.
Yeah, I was thinking I had. I mean, any other person might not, but I worked in this kind of shit, in this stuff, so call signs are normal. Should I inform them that might cause too much panic if their radios are too loud or anything? So I should probably avoid direct information. If I can even figure out how this thing works, because I don't remember getting any kind of explanation about this thing. If I even received it in the first place.
That is a very that's a decent enough point.
Say again.
Nothing. I was just reading something. You do make a decent point. OMD, use magic device.
Magic device. Oh, I got a decent score on it. Yeah, 21.
It You need a couple seconds, but before long, you find this communicator's operation rather intuitive.
Acknowledged.
So from here on in, you should not have any more troubles communicating with Mr. Petrov's security team. And as you say acknowledged, you hear someone clarify. Wait a minute. We don't have anybody eyeing the museum, do we?
Get someone in there ASAP.
Yep. We can do that, Black Fox. What's your location right now?
Chasing a suspicious person. Currently out in the woods, unfortunately.
You want anyone to come by and assist?
Gold bear most important.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. All right.
Over.
Thibin, as you're about to enter the museum with Mr. Petrov, I'd like you to roll perception.
I love perception. It's part of a good breakfast.
Part of a good breakfast. As you enter the museum, you find that it's small, but it is very but is very but is very intricate and plays a small has a small bit of very strong Sador history with it. I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. You find there's a number of exhibits, old mining axes, a few posters here and there detailing exactly how the country got brought up from its own humble mining shaft origins, and there are a couple artifacts here and there, and a few people scattered about, taking in the sights, oohing and eyeing, and all that fun stuff. As for your perception roll, as you notice that as you passed by Leona, ever since then there's been this very professional looking man in a suit and sunglasses that has been following about 15-20 feet behind you.
Very fascinating location.
I also find it provides a bit more privacy than just talking out in the middle of a dance floor like that. Wouldn't you agree?
Ah, yes. Much agreed.
Excellent. You should keep your voice down. By the way, people are trying to appreciate the odd.
Yes, yes.
Now then,
Ah,
what exactly are these are these contacts of yours, if you don't mind my asking?
primary one is a individual from a academy that I came from originally. Fascinating individual, if eccentric, even by Shirtikawan standards.
And is he a professor, businessman?
Professor. Very intelligent individual. Very influentially powerful.
I see. I see indeed. Oh, do you know what exactly he studies by chance?
Yes. It's a little hard to explain, so I think do apologize if it does not seem, what would be the word? Normal on surface.
And how so?
She does actually lean in a little close for this, so that way he can hear at a more husher tone.
As you are
Um,
aware,
and Mr. Petrov will stoop down to better hear her.
necromancy is, while still used, some spells are of outlawed conditions. Yes?
Oh, that's what he gets up to.
Indeed. He has been studying the school of such for many years. However, he's also been looking into other aspects of it, especially the life, positive energies.
I see. How very interesting.
It is. It does relate to, however, as I stated, positive energies is energy. Finding a harness for it to be used for other uses, mechanics. I believe it can be, in fact, used for such, for engineering uses. An engine running on life.
I see.
But it's still in its early stages before even prototypes. But that is one such thing.
That is very, very interesting. And Mr. Petrov puts a chin to his hand. Chin to his hand. A hand to his chin.
A chin to his hand.
There's also, of course, a study of the planes themselves, but that is another story.
Hmm.
Have you ever heard of the Diet Kurthquan's Academy?
I have to. You'll have to forgive me, Miss Thibben. I am not intimately familiar with the intricacies of rat folk culture.
That is fine. That is the academy of which he operates at.
I see. I don't suppose he's in any want for grant money.
Oh, no, no, he dares not leave the cities of the Empire. And so individuals such as I are instead sent out to do his outward works.
Indeed.
Then takes a slight glance, just looking to the other individuals, just making sure they're not overly listening in, and also noting the guards in here now.
They're mostly poking around. This guy though he seems to be very much in charge of what seems to be going on in this museum, and he, with a pair of very fine gloves, is opening up a display case and removing what seems to be an antiquated pickaxe.
Clear.
Is everything all right, Stephen?
I would think that the items in here are left until everyone goes.
Sorry, one more time.
Normally, wouldn't such things stay in their areas until the guests leave the museum? Yes.
No, like I'm not immediately overly familiar with with how exactly these things go down. Besides, you never know when something might need to be restored, but restored on in an emergency, let's say.
Neither am I, Thibin.
She kind of moves over here, just to kind of just be a little bit in the way, looking as if that she is looking at another display.
The guy. The curator holding his pickaxe is going to try and get around you.
Uh, Looking behind her back real quickly just to see if there's nowhere else back there that could have another display opened up or not.
The other three people in this museum seem like guests.
Okay. Oh, I meant looking behind over here. Excuse me.
Over there. In that case, no. There. You do see like a small curation room, but that's really about it.
Excuse me, I.
Can I assist you with something?
Yes, when was this pickaxe created and made?
As you can read, according to the plaque, it came around. It came around right around the seventh or eighth century, right as Sador was beginning to coalesce and find a setting across its 14 states.
Can Tippin do a history check? Or would that be
Sure.
local?
No. History would be good.
14?
Not that much in the know about Sador's history, but you would know that that the individual city states that once create the nation didn't start really getting built until the 9th century.
Hmm. Interesting. Though you seem to be a little off. It'll be the 9th century specifically. When the 14 states foundation.
And who are you again?
Ah, yes. My name is Thibin Gerquit. Yes.
Good to know. Good to know. And he steps up, and you see him drop the pickaxe and make a step for Mr. Petrov.
Right. Seeing that, right. Man, there's a lot of spells I have that I technically
Well,
can't really use.
can we resolve Leona wrapping up the conversation over here and potentially heading towards the museum? Just how close would she be at this point?
I was waiting for you to just to do that mostly by yourself, mate.
Okay. I'll say, I'll roll a diplomacy check to see how quickly she can wrap up the conversation. That sound reasonable?
Just
Like,
move.
Okay. Moving.
While that's happening out there,
For dramatical purposes, we'll say Leona enters just as this happens.
Dramatical.
Dramatical. I use it for them dramatical entrances.
I'm kind of curious on how this is going to function. Thibin saying along the words,
I believe that is not a very clear ideal action.
Um, Why does Thibin have charm person?
I grabbed it.
Because
To do
witches,
this.
bro.
I suppose so.
Witches.
Fucking witches. How do they even work?
You and I don't know.
Okay, now I have to think about Now I have to think about what would happen. You guys can't see it, but I'm moving my hands quite a bit here.
Right.
I know the power of jazz hands. I also know that wind is blowing fucking hard out there.
Windy.
Hecking windy.
Wimpy. It's currently -4 right now.
Oh wow, it's warmed up.
Yeah. Last night it was fucking cold. The wind chill though is immense, and we're supposed to get like 30 to 40 miles per hour winds.
When it's so cold, your bed sheets are like actual sheets.
Our windows were actually frosting on the inside for a while, so there was that.
That happened to us a lot last winter.
Okay. Then here's what's going to happen. He's not all the way in. He's not all the way into his. He's not all the way into his swing yet. And 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
And 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 Petrov is going to hear this, and he's going to turn around. So how this will work is this guy is going to set the pickaxe down, lean up against his thigh, and he's going to pat you on the head, and he's going to say, yes, yes, thank you, Miss Gerquit. That was very reckless of me. Could I bother you for a small tour of the curation room to make things up?
Yes, of course.
Petrov, completely confused. Okay, hold on a minute. I need to read something.
Pantomiming.
And they called it a mime.
Oh my.
So Petrov, very confused, is going to look at this. Is going to look at this curator as he marches over to the door.
Mister.
You can come with him, Tibbin.
Yes. Mr. Petrov, if you would kindly wait here for a moment.
Of course, my friend, of course. And the two of you head into a curation room. Leona, you see Thibbin walk into a door with somebody. That unsupervised. I'm sure this will end perfectly fine. And Hinako, right as all this was going on, you receive a small crackle over your radio that the museum curator is behaving very strangely.
Have I found any traces of the douchebag that been Joseph at this point? If not, I will be turning back.
You can tell he has you can tell he has scampered into the surrounding forest area towards the back. It's gonna be very hard to track him.
And I'll crackle back, returning promptly. Keep an eye out.
One moment.
Leona will. The pickaxe is just on the floor now, right?
He's scooped it back up and taken it back to the curation room.
Okay. Leona will enter the room and ask Mr. Petrov, "What was that all about? I saw the curator fellow set down that pickaxe and pick it back up. What? Oh, okay.
What? What?
I saw that. You didn't spot. You didn't see that.
Not immediately. I was admiring a piece of artwork over on this wall. Why?
It just seemed a little odd, was all.
I'm sure. I don't know what or how. Question marks.
Fair enough, I suppose. Um, I would like to use sense motive to sense enchantment. Uh, from the
Midway.
page, uh, you can tell if someone's behavior is being influenced by an enchantment effect, even if that person isn't aware of it. The usual DC is 25, but if the target is dominated, the DC is only 15 because of the limited range of the target's activities. So I'm gonna make a quick little sense motive check.
On regarding who?
The curator. I did see him set down the priceless pickaxe and then pick it back up, which is a little odd. So Leona is
Roll percentiles first, please.
percentiles. All right. 1D100. I got a 19.
Sibin and the curator are already in the room.
Oh no. All right. So scratch all that one.
Never mind.
Never mind. I just think it's just a little weird.
Midley smiles.
Operation coupons.
Hinago, I promise I'll find a way for you to get your revenge here in a minute. So, as far as Sibin is concerned, the curator leads you into a room with a whole bunch of very interesting Sadorian artifacts that are not on display.
Oh, geez, he's charmed for 6 hours. Fuck.
Wild. After which he shuts the door and he scoops down and he says, quit.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I got that correctly. The case is not obvious. I'm not the curator.
Oh, yes, yes. Do not worry. Secret is kept with me. I, Kevin. Yes.
You should have to roll a bluff check for that.
Please.
All right.
With advantage because he's charmed.
Would it be
Uh,
advantage? Would it be advantage
let
or
me have a
plus
look.
5?
Let me have a look at what the charmed condition does.
It perceives
Ba-ba-da-ba.
words and actions in the most favorable way.
Ah,
That's what the spell says.
okay. Okay, maybe you don't have to make a bluff check then.
If there's something in the charmed condition or whatever,
There is
feel
no
free to bluff.
charmed condition, actually. It's just the charm person spell.
That's interesting. You would think they would have a charm condition stating that. Well, okay.
They probably just say as if you cast charm person whenever it comes up.
Probably. Regards you as a trusted friend and ally.
Until
What exactly do you think?
you are an ally does something threatening to them.
Yeah.
Your secret to stay with me. And the curator, air quotes, nods and gives you a pat, Devin, and he's going to say, "All right, all right. I'll be back in a few seconds. Consider this your own private tour. Look with your eyes, not your hands. Yes."
Then kind of blinks for a few moments.
Yes. What? I do require some time with the target. However,
Target. Oh. No. Wait. Why?
to make sure that all information collected is in fact accurate. I do apologize, but they did not inform you in time, unfortunately.
Information about what? I'm just here to axe him. It looks down at his hands, but no pun intended.
That was a pickaxe. Technically, you'd be picking him, but that's besides the point.
Of course.
The information is in regards to the race itself.
What exactly is the capital missing?
Well, unfortunately, as we already know, it was too much damage. Of course, yes. Well, it's also to make sure if the race is still going to be able to go on even without him.
We already have interim principal lined up.
That is good. Yes. It's also to make sure if there is.
I will punch you in the face, George. Do not interrupt me.
What?
Sorry.
Skull, I am very sorry. There are some damn loud people outside my door.
No, that was not you. That was on my side.
But it was also on my side. So you're gonna. So would you kindly repeat what you just said?
Yes.
Motherfucker, stop messaging me.
I don't think that's what you said.
Yes. Well, it is good that we have replacement. However, information not only in relation to the race is also a matter of other information. There might have been a leak.
Regarding what? And you see the air quotes curator's face get a little concerned.
Or the actual truth of why we were doing this in first place, yes? There's also a fact that you want to do this correctly. Why do it in such public location, in such way? Instead, wouldn't it be better to do it from chandeliers? To axe him, quote unquote? It would save you less time of getting jailed.
I honestly didn't think about that too much. My job was to to just was to just kill him. Capital takes care of rest.
You think they will save you from this? Public killing like that? You will be stuck in prison for a very long time, especially with the non-corrupted individuals here.
I see.
I have better solution, but it does require me to be with Target longer. I do apologize. I can give you call, though, if we need to make it public. It will be me igniting magic missile upon him. That will be the cue. Now then, the coupons.
Oh, bloody hell! Hold on.
I'm paying attention, right?
I'm I'm paying attention to it. I just have like 5 different parallel things doing. Okay. So Thibin, can you please say all that again, because I was dealing with a lot of stuff.
I'll say a little bit more clear voice too. I must stay with the target longer, but I will give you a cue if it needs to be more of a public killing. It will be me igniting magic missile upon him. That would be the cue for you to come in. Now then, the coupons, please.
I'm sure you know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
10% coupons.
Coupons for what?
Then mechanics.
Oh, apologies. I thought I was going to get coupons for the museum.
I legitimately don't know what's happening now.
What do you mean
I think
coupons?
Fibbin's just being insane.
What is a coupon? Are you going fucking grocery shopping?
Coupons.
Never mind. I had relapse.
Relapse.
I saw family members die in grocery store. Horrific moment.
What the actual fuck?
Hinako, we're changing scenes because I need an intermission from this. What's that perception roll for?
As I'm entering the room, I'm spotting everyone in the room and potential hiding locations and stuff. Potential threats.
Will you spot Leona and Norman without too many problems?
I mean, especially Leona is kind of a beacon.
A beacon.
Oh, curate. Sorry, brain shat real hard there.
What the hell did you think I was saying?
I thought I was getting like a 10% coupon on like souvenirs.
It's not.
Just go to the gift shop.
I legitimately almost gave myself a nosebleed right then.
You're actually killing the DM.
A job well done.
Oh
No, it's not.
Sculpt. Sibin is in 20, so I'm sure she knows what the delineation is between a curation area, which is to say a place where they restore and maintain artifacts for display in a museum, and a gift shop.
That does quite help quite a bit that my character obviously knows this and the player now knows this.
shop. Perfect.
I do apologize, but the amount of museums that I go up here are very far and few between, and one of which is meant for children to bash each other's heads in.
Bash each
Excuse
other's
me, what?
heads.
It's the kids
What?
museum. It's the kids museum. Long story. Anyway,
Well, in any case, well, to show proof.
Club.
What door did you think you walked into?
I don't know what a curation is.
Devin knows what a curation is.
Yeah, Thibin knows. Well, in any case,
Maybe
apologies.
knows. The player didn't.
Well, in any case,
Boot.
for curation, let's go, let's go with this one. The one made of stone.
I will eagerly. I'll keep an eye out. Should I inform other people what the plan is, or?
But I could also overcomplicate it, so it's better to keep it hush-hush for now. After all,
I see.
now that, if you will excuse me, I must remain with Target for a little bit longer.
You're excused.
Mm-hmm. Thibin lightly bows and then exits and walks back to Petrov. And oh, hi, Leona.
Yeah.
And also hi Norvin and roll perception.
All of us? Or just
Devin in particular, there is a foxo against the back. No, Hinako's gonna surprise you. Carry on.
Shit. Yes. I, Thibin Goodquit, have returned.
I can. I'll. Well,
Uh,
you know what? I suppose it's none of my business. Carry on, Zibin, Mr. Petrov. Um.
I do apologize for the inconvenience, but individual person had to show me some rather interesting artifacts that were not on display at the moment. Matter of fact, are not meant for public eye. Fascinating. Uh, I believe we may require a more private location, if that is okay with you, Mr. Petrov.
Doesn't. Certainly, I believe there's a meeting room right next door. We could use that.
Yes, that would be good.
Excellent. If any of us are in need of refreshment, I believe they were setting out dessert a little bit ago. We can stop by there, grab a few drinks, and we can discuss what exactly is going on.
Yes, that would be idealistic. And
Idealistic.
Idealistic. Hinago is still probably too far away for Thibin to quite notice.
Very, very good. Lady Leona and House Miranda, I know.
Hmm?
My friend, my newest friend here has a very lucrative business proposal for me, and we're also interested in seeing it out in private. As I understand that she is relatively close friends with you. If you'd like to sit in, then you're more than welcome to.
Leona is a little surprised the offer is
Coming from Driver Ward, but she figures Thibbins up to something, and so far it hasn't ended in blood, tears, and fireworks. So she's gonna play along.
Of course, I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to come along, Mr. Petrov, and Leona.
So Leona will follow.
Thibin, there's a surprise Foxo against the wall.
Thebin is going to refrain from trying to react too harshly to seeing Hinako, but does make some quick eye exchange for acknowledgement of, you're here too. In this room. Staring at me.
Menacingly.
Hinako, sense motive?
Their sense motive, there it is.
That rat is up to something.
That's one fucking shifty rat. Well, Leona's going with the rat, I think. So, yeah, I gotta keep an eye on rat.
I imagine Thibin just trying to look nice for Hinako and a nice smile. A few eye flutters, but instead she just like crosses her eyebrows and puts on this really toothy smirk and is like, oh, this guy's gonna die.
That's suspicious as shit.
Yes.
Meeting room next door. Meeting room next door. 5 minutes. I am in need of a drink.
Indeed.
He goes off to do that, and also to pick up some cake. Who likes cake?
Yay, cake. Leona
Now,
will grab it.
when he's finally out of earshot, and also seeing if the guard is going to be following behind him, would take a sigh of relief.
Hinako, can your Foxo roll to sniff snoof?
Sense of smell. Scent tracking, no. Perception. Roll it.
Rolling, what?
Actually, have her do it twice. I am going to whisper Miss Foxington exactly what she sees.
Smells good. Smells good.
Wait, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, is that her?
Oh, that was. It took me a second, but it's a VTuber voice clip.
Yeah, that was a process. That
That was a
guard's still
moment.
in here, but I'm assuming that he technically moved back out to the main room to keep an eye on Petrov, I'm guessing.
Lady Leona,
Yes.
can you
Drink.
follow me quick moment?
What can I help you with, Thibin?
And off he goes towards the meeting room.
Leona will follow Thibin.
All right, past Norman.
Not
just passing the guard, making sure that he's out of earshot.
not to
I was
bring
next to
any.
Leona. Leona was outside. Gold moved too early.
Not to bring any worry, but keep constant eye around area. They are moving.
Right.
Thibin, roll percentiles.
All right.
In case you guys are wondering why I keep asking this, whenever I'm uncertain as to the precise timings of two separate events, I almost always use percentiles to see whether or not they line up in a good or bad way.
That's a really good idea. I should.
It
I
is,
should do
actually.
that.
Thibin, you are about to open your mouth and relay this information to Leona when there is a scream and a splat and a whole bunch of yipping.
Wait, what?
Yosu is on the table and on the cake and barking at somebody very rapidly.
Another.
Oh, good heavens!
On the cake?
On the cake.
Oh no, the
What's
cake.
going on?
Oh,
Oh, what's going on now?
Oh, shit.
Norvin, you will be relieved to hear that there was nothing in the cake besides cake. There aren't any bullets. There aren't any strippers. There's not much of anything.
Leona, I'll talk to you in a moment, but I must meet with Petrov real quickly.
I'll come with you. Norvin, would you go see what all this is about? Meet us in the Wait, when you're done, wait outside the meeting room, please. Thank you.
Thibin's using her sprint action.
Leona will hustle along as well.
You're definitely gonna hustle faster than me.
Yeah.
You said the fox was barking at someone?
Yes, the Foxo is barking at this poor pastry chef that doesn't seem to know what in the world is going on.
Sick. Muscles hurt.
Okay. Possibly good to know for the future.
The chef is looking around and wondering if the fox needs lift, if fox needs removal, if fox needs to be binned, whatever.
Iniko is gonna has been walking up and be like, "Excuse me, what have you been adding to this cake? Because according to my companion here, it did not smell like anything supposed to be on a cake."
Well, the fox has no taste then.
Just a fucking weird cake. There's nothing suspicious about it at all.
It's a weird cake that.
Again,
You
care to
mentioned something. It
elaborate?
must be important. Magic cake, Gold?
Magic cake, maybe.
It's not my fault. The fox doesn't like fancy cake. I prepared the fondant myself 2 days ago. Hello.
Fondant, you say? Might I know the ingredients of that?
What do you care? Magician never. A good chef never reveals his secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to Bruno running a cooking class.
I'm going to check.
Have to
I'm going to check my
poison.
I'm going to check my DMs and see when exactly Ida is going to try and entering the scene.
Fly through a fucking window.
Oh no. Not him. Not him. Not Bruno. Bruno.
Bruno. Kool-Aid Man's through the museum. Smashing
Like-
priceless artifacts on the way.
Like, no. There's just like this antique solid steel vault door. He Kool-Aid Man through it.
Kool-Aid Man's through the wall, comes back, breaks a pickaxe over his knee, keeps going.
He's an engine of destruction. Nothing can stop him.
Okay.
Thibben's going to begin entering through the main room.
1 minute. Let's see here. I need to save this real fast.
Yep.
And this is definitely not me making another character token. Why would you ever think that?
There's a second assassin. Oh no.
Not only that, there's actually 6 assassins in one.
17. They sent
6
9
gnomes in a
assassins.
trench coat.
They believe in redundancy.
9 assassins in a trench coat, and they're all fairies.
Gnomes.
I
They're
get it.
actually just disguised as like an orc or something.
I can believe
It's
it.
like only slightly bigger than a regular person.
One minute. 1 minute.
Some guy dissolves into their weight in spiders. That's the assassins. They all have sneak attack.
Oh no.
Ibn.
I didn't eat this. Oh, maybe I need to eat the spiders. Honk, honk.
I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick while you're dealing with that.
Yep, sorry, just taking a bit. Roll20 is a little temperamental with what I decide to upload because I've provided a lot of music to it.
You hit the
Yep.
download limit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Ask her it. It's fine.
Every so often, I just go through and delete like 100 images.
We'll also provide music for a lot of my games, sir. For a few of them. I'm going to wait for Wes to get back because I did kind of unceremoniously interrupt what was going on over here.
Very random subject.
No.
Yeah?
Maidcore. Never heard of it before.
What the fuck is Maidcore?
It's a music genre.
What do they have? Maids singing music?
As far as I can tell, it's more of a guitar solo almost.
Huh.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised about it too.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Would you very, madam, would you very kindly displace the fox? I need now. But
Hey guys,
Hey, hi.
I gotta stop playing again.
Oh, damn it.
I
Girlfriend?
I might not be able to play ever again because every single time I play, my girlfriend doesn't want me to play, so I'm not gonna play anymore.
Oh.
So bye.
You can't work things out with her?
Every single time. No, she's upset just because I'm playing again. So no.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
You
well.
mean the one time we played in over 5 weeks?
Yeah.
That we have
That's-
girlfriend B, eh?
Back.
Oh, peace out, guys.
Alright,
See you
yeah.
later.
Well, that's a downer.
That was a little unceremonious.
Ah, well, as I said, such be what girlfriend be.
I guess.
Happy I'm still single. Anyway, I guess I'll be picking up Yosu, and I guess I'll also notice that Norvin is approaching.
Norvin's here, and he's just been stare.
Norvin, do you have any kind of way to detect possible contents that should not be in food? Let's say.
I was waiting for. I was honestly waiting for Himiko to ask if Norvin had a social life.
The answer is no.
Yeah. I unfortunately do not. However, I'm pretty sure we do know someone who does have that capability.
Well, that person is Steven, who's in a business meeting.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, is there a way to determine if there's poison in something without magic and without dying?
Other absolutely is. It's called the scientific method.
That would probably involve the other party member who isn't here.
And preferably also without
Who
dying.
who has just actually left the game, unfortunately.
So I would suggest grabbing a sample of it and allowing him to clean up the mess. Obviously, no one is going to be eating it. There's been a fox jumping all over it.
But now what am I supposed to do?
I, by the way, never said that Joseph would jump on that cake specifically, but sure, let's roll with it.
I apologize for injecting my interpretation.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's funnier that way anyway. She's
Like,
also
hey!
she should technically be clean because I cleaned her in the ladies' room earlier.
Yeah.
So she
There's
might just
still
be a little
fox
bit
fur all
wet.
over. There's still fox fur all over the cake.
Wet fox fur.
That might be worse.
Possibly. I'm sorry for the mess of my companion anyway. May I take a piece anyway?
If you want to, not to make it all over again.
I'll take a piece of the part where my companion stood, so yeah. Sorry for that.
Cake is ruined.
Why does nobody like me?
I feel bad for the cake man now.
2 days of
Technically,
He's
apparently, it's a
not.
woman.
There's 3 tiers of chef in this game. There's small elf child, and then there's Bruno, and then there's everyone else. Like in terms of likability. They unfortunately are not small elf child or Bruno.
Himiko, you now have a cake sample. In the meeting room, Petrov has just acquired a little bit of dessert plus a drink, and Thibin has
Oh
followed
no,
him
he
in.
has the cake.
And Thibin has followed him in, and Leona is just there.
Leona is following Thibin in.
Thibin did
Never-
kind of sprint over
never
here,
mind.
so if she's huffing and puffing, that'll be why.
Is everything okay, Miss Kirkwood?
Heard a commotion outside and might have some concerns of paranoia. If you would allow Ithibin to detect any abnormalities, making sure room is in fact secure.
I would be, yes, by all means, please do.
Yes.
She's first going to cast this in the room.
Neurotoxin from the ceiling. That's the poison. The cake is absolutely unremarkable.
You would, in fact, think of neurotoxin first.
Let's.
It would be a Shatik-1
I
tactic.
always enjoy the I always enjoy the spell because it lets me pull on my chemistry goggles and say, well, actually, anything that is edible in the room is a poison.
Yeah.
Actually, the entire room is poisonous. You can eat the paint. You can eat the
there-
whiteboard.
There's also the fact
You can eat
that
yourself.
there's also the fact that there's venoms, and this thing only technically detects poison, so it doesn't detect venom.
Well,
Even though-
technically,
Poison
Yeah.
and venom are the same thing. Poison is also a specific thing in the game rather than just things that are
And-
poisonous.
Yeah.
It's
also-
more about
but everything is poisonous. I'm poisoning myself right now.
Yeah, especially if you're taking over quantities. There's also lead paint and other things. So I'm obviously detecting the regular stuff that is considered poisonous to people.
I know. I'm
There's like a
taking the-
filter. There's like obviously everything is a little bit poisonous. You block all that
You
stuff
got
out.
you got to adjust the sensitivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also
Some
there's
wizard made this spell and then just sort of panics because everything detects was poisonous.
it's like there's also the fact like, oh, a family member died because they ate the paint, and it's like, oh, it's filled with lead. Yeah, that's fucking obvious. Don't eat that. It's like, oh, if you eat
just like, this is some amazing tomato soup. What'd you put in it? Bam, lead.
Yeah. So some wizard made this spell, kind of panicked a bit because everything detected as poisonous. And
Yes.
then they
then-
figured out what was going on, and it's like, okay,
the fork is
we
made
need
of
to-
mercury.
we need this to be less sensitive.
Yeah, like the fork is made of mercury. It's like, man, why is my fork melted in my hand? Oh, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna take a bite of this real quick before it disappears.
Make a fork out of mercury?
Yes,
Why?
to fuck.
Why
with people.
not?
I can see
Because
the
it's a liquid.
Well, it's technically a solid, and to the point of it reaches up to a point in a room temperature itself, if not a little bit
It's a
warmer.
liquid.
It's also an alloy.
Mercury is not an alloy.
Yeah, mercury is an element. I think might have been the term you were looking for.
Gold is an element and an alloy at the same time.
No, it's not. It's an
An
element.
alloy is a combination of two metals. Gold is not a combination of two metals.
Is that correct?
Gold is one metal. Gold.
Yes, gold.
Well, that's pure gold.
Oh, yeah, mixture of
yeah.
chemical elements of which at least one is a metal. Okay.
It's a
I see.
gold is an element. You can have pure gold in theory.
Well, there's also a thing that I mentioned in the alloy article. Gold is part of that. Magnesium, nickel, zinc, silicon.
Because no self-respecting jeweler sells something that is 100% pure gold to a customer, because one, gold is really goddamn heavy.
Mm-hmm. It's also malleable.
That's
and
what
it's not.
that's what carrots are, right?
Yeah,
I know that.
carrot.
I know that's a vegetable.
You
Did you
said
know
no, and
carrots are
I'm
good for
like
your eyesight?
casting around for what the other term that I forgot was for purity.
In any case, way off the topic. Is the cake, in fact, poisonous?
You see, Mr. Petrov's drink is poisonous because it's booze, and you do sense something very wrong with the cake.
Hmm. Mr. Petrov,
Did I do something wrong?
the drink is fine. However, there is something unusual with that dessert.
Did anyone else take a slice of cake?
I don't believe so.
Or was it just him?
I would not be surprised if Petrov was the first one there, and the chef was just protecting it at the moment, because like, oh, must give it to a important person first.
Uh, Petrov was the first one, and I am I'm definitely saying that not just because that raises a lot of moral implications I don't want to think about at the moment.
Yeah, a
Mass
lot of
cake poison. I will be relieved at the lack of mass cake poisoning when I find out the cake is actually poisoned and not just fancy.
well, the funny thing would be, in fact, is that they didn't really care how many people died so long as Petrov dies, kind of thing.
I mean, that's a reward for you.
Yeah, that's our reward.
Also, I
Right.
don't think anyone else will be taking more cake after Yosu.
Yeah. Now no one else will take cake, but people could take cake earlier.
Thibin
Hopefully.
does, in fact, announce to Petrov that the cake is not safe to eat. There's definitely something wrong with it.
What exactly is wrong with it?
I just used a detect poison spell, and it's reacting to that cake. And the alcohol, of course. Alcohol being what it is. But that cake is also on the spectrum for some reason.
If you can make a DC 20 wisdom check, you can figure out what the poison is.
Feel free to do so if you are so inclined.
I will
Would
attempt.
my Foxo be able to recognize the smell?
Oh yeah, Thibin has no idea.
Yeah.
Did them make a wisdom check?
That's what it says in the spell.
Thibin, you believe it to be Poison Brand trademark.
Oh,
Uh,
DC 20
Acme.
Craft Alchemy.
Acme brand poison.
and you know it's good because it's that brand that one coyote in the cartoons keeps using.
Yeah.
To
Food
address your
sold
question,
separately.
Hinako, you asked me something, and I immediately forgot the specifics of it.
Well, Norvin asked if Yosu was able to if it's similar to something else you could name. The smell.
I'm trying to think. How much work would Inako have done in like private security and VIP protection and all that fun stuff up to now?
Well, honestly, not much actually, because it was training in the mountains, and for the militia, and then
Okay.
sent to Leona.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. I suspected as much. So item the second. How much would you know about poisons in general?
If it's any kind of poison that would grow in forests and or mountains, poisonous plants or the likes, or animals.
Think.
She would likely be informed of those.
You would be informed of those. Yes, this one isn't on your radar though.
I do not have survival as class skill. I have points in it though.
You're an Arctic fox.
for
Is it an Arctic
knowledge?
poison?
I'm going to look something up at real fast.
Arctic poisons.
Hmm.
I'll be back.
Okay. You know what, Hinako? I take that back. You would know what arsenic is.
That's right. That's a common plant thing. I'll be back because I think they're here.
Okay.
The problem was would Yosu recognize it?
Arsenic is an element?
Yeah. It absolutely is. It's in the same. It's in the same. Same family as carbon and phosphorus.
I have not memorized the periodic table.
No, excuse me. It's with the nitrogen family. I apologize.
Number 33.
As for whether or not Yosu would know what arsenic is, as I'm guessing if you're answering that question, Yosu doesn't immediately know everything that you know.
Technically, Yosu as a familiar, shares your skill ranks.
This isn't a skill rank as much as it is
a backstory thing.
Past experience.
Right. No, they have an empathic link, but they don't have like a telepathic link.
Yes. It is not. I have skill ranks in survival, so I know plants. I've been poisoned before.
Then on that note, Hinako, Yosu does not immediately know and know what it is. All she knows is that she doesn't like it.
Okay, well, that's what I tell Norvin.
Thibin, you have identified the poison as Acme brand poison.
Food sold separately.
Results may vary.
Somehow poisoned himself.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm a goddamn idiot. Thibin went to the door.
I'm back.
Oh,
There we
God
go.
damn it.
You're a few seconds too early.
I tried. I'll tell you what happened. I tried to key you back in. They remembered. Wait, you got up and left, and you sat down the moment I had that realization.
Basically gold right there.
Hey,
I may have to go again. They didn't enter the house. I think they were supposed to, but they must have either didn't get that informed to be or something. In any case, they're filling up the gas tank, oil tank,
Okay.
gas.
It'd probably be gas.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I do feel the heater working, which means that it in fact needed oil, gas, whatever the fuck
Yes.
it needed.
Fuel.
Oil.
Fuel. It needed fuel because it does get water in there sometimes.
Gonna guess on the gas.
Gas, gas, gas. Da. Okay. Anyway, uh,
You have identified Acme brand poison.
Acme Brentford. Wait, that does not sound right. In any case,
Food.
not safe to eat.
Food sold separately.
Results may
Oh.
vary.
Ask
It-
your doctor if Acme brand poison is right for you.
It is, in fact, not safe for consumption.
And Pedro just looks down. So, what do we do with it?
Well, the trash would be at a favorable location. One other moment, just to make sure everything else is fine.
seeing her kind of just waving her hand around a little bit and also doing the verbal components for detect magic.
Ooga,
Uh,
ooga, ooga.
Well, Leona's magic.
Right. Okay. I do not detect anything of that. Could be technological issues in here either, but that's fine.
And Thibin's going to move away from the door and sit down on the other side of the table.
And Petrov's just gonna scooch the cake away.
So, Thibin, could quit.
So now that we've established that my dessert is not safe for consumption, I assume that this meeting isn't about what I think it's about.
Unfortunately, no, it is not.
Should I inquire further?
Yes. My
I inquire further.
yes.
I need some water too at the same time. God fucking damn. Throat becoming dry. It's hard to speak, Thibin.
Thibin's copped up a few too many spiders this session.
Yeah. Arsenic is.
Fuck, doing
Not
that voice
that bad.
hurts after a while.
Yes. Well, my individual here, the one who I am working for, technically, we are here to assist you and make sure you are healthy.
Leona blinks. Okay.
You do pay me, right?
Technically, I do. I do technically. I is. It'll click. It'll suddenly click. Is someone trying to have Mr. Petrov assassinated?
Yes. That individual that was in the museum, the curator, was in fact not the curator. They were assigned to kill you, Mr. Petrov.
Continue.
It would seem that your compatriots believe you are no longer
Yes.
are no longer useful.
And they're here. Hello? Yep, one moment.
So much for that.
Return to
No,
Norvin and
that-
Hinko, I guess.
Back to Norvin and Hinako.
Anyway, Fox
This,
says something smells bad. We
the-
don't
this-
know what it is. Meanwhile, in the other room, yes, this is definitely poisoned.
this dejected chef is just going to start trundling back.
Well, I'm not entirely certain what Joseph was smelling is actually dangerous for consumption, but I'm not sure if
Probably
we
not.
should consume it without proper care.
You shouldn't
Do, do,
consume it anymore anyway.
do you
There's
happen to
Fox
have...
all over it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's for one thing. Bad Josu. Yeah, yeah.
I always kind of kept it in my head that the Yosu never actually does this little yip or whatever else sound effect you have on her board. She just has like she just has like one of those fast food cups and she jiggles the straw up and down.
It sounded like you were going to say something, then you didn't.
Yeah, I got distracted.
Ah.
What was I going to say? Yes. Do you happen to have any way of possibly curing poison if need be?
Curing poison. Not at the moment.
Man, for a bodyguard, you're not that...
I can cure the symptoms of poison. I think lay on hands might be able to do some things.
Okay, so you are actually able to heal to a certain extent.
He can
I just
mitigate
can't
the effect.
fix it. I just can't fix it outright, I don't think.
You can't
Well,
just
I'm not
say you are
hoping
no
for you
longer
to fix
poisoned.
the
It's
cake
like
or anything.
I cannot cast neutralize. Why is it a 4th level paladin spell? What the hell? It's a 3rd level druid spell. Why is it higher?
I just love Wild's reaction. What the hell?
Why is
Let's
it a higher level? Apparently, my magic is not suited to fixing poison outright.
Well, I wasn't particularly expecting
4th
that
level.
much.
Jesus.
I was just at least hoping that if I took a bite of this, you could save my life, at least.
he can probably do that via
On the other hand, I don't know if it's a fast-working one or a slow-working one.
If it kills you instantly, there's nothing I can do.
But if it's
Kills me
slowly
instantly.
poison,
If it's slowly poisoning you, then it depends on what exactly it does.
Man, I hate having
Do not eat.
poisons out on
Do
myself.
not eat the poisonous cake. We don't. It's not a good idea anyway. Don't do it.
I mean, I was taught what certain poisons do the hard way by my teacher, but
I spent
she
the last
usually
several
had a
years
way to
developing
fed you a
immunity to
glass of
iocane powder.
she would have a way to negate whatever she fed me, at the very least.
A member of the wait staff decides to come by. Oh, monsieur et madame, I am very, very désolé. I don't know why I'm speaking French in the coded American country, but that's beside the point. As I
Fancy,
understand,
obviously.
as I understand, le gâteau n'est pas bon.
Excuse
What?
me, I don't speak baguette.
As the cake has a problem.
Just sort of looks down at cake splattered everywhere, fox fur all over it.
And the fox covered in cake.
Fox covered in cake.
As one of our guests seems a little enthusiastic.
Not as enthusiastic, possibly, maybe as you'd think.
I came.
Ew.
I didn't need to know that.
Phrasing.
Ah, yes, I came back.
Calm down.
So from the looks of it, we needed fuel, like a shit ton, because it was running low from what we can tell.
It sounds like you got it sorted.
Yep, for the most part. Might get some
Great.
notes later on. Anyway, what did I miss?
Norman was
poison
talking.
The cake has a problem. I don't have a way to fix poison. Neutralize poison is a 4th level paladin spell for some reason.
Goddamn. Don't you go up to level 6 with spells?
Level 4.
Level 4.
It's
God,
the
what the
highest
fuck?
level spell. It's
Okay.
a 3rd level druid spell. It's easier.
That's fascinatingly weird.
I would
Right.
be able to do at this level if I was a druid.
Yeah. Right. What was I saying? Ah, yes.
Are we going back to Vivian now that he's back, or are we sticking with Norman for a bit? Oh, no,
We're gonna. I want to finish this up. You'll be pleased to hear, Monsieur and Madame, that the person in charge of preparing this gâteau was dispatched.
Dispatched.
There's a small bang for the kitchen. Do you know of anybody
Wait.
who may have received a piece of this?
Possibly one of the guests, one of the more important guests. I do believe I have an affiliate already on the case in that regard, though.
And do you know where I might find them?
Norvin, did Vivian tell you where he was going?
They went into one of the meeting rooms.
Should we go and check on that then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No need required, Monsieur and Madame. I have things very well in order. Excusez-moi. Hey, stir.
And assassinates the guy who poisoned the cake. Holy.
Is there? Did they actually just murder the guy?
Go into the kitchen.
Not murder if it's called protecting repercussions.
Did they actually, or was that a joke?
Don't go into the kitchen.
Don't go into the kitchen.
It's best not to discover what things could have happened.
Somebody dropped a crate of ketchup in there.
Ah. A student of Bruno.
Anyway, I'm heading towards the meeting room. I don't know about Norman.
Yeah. I'm headed there anyway. We're done here. Maybe like signal, hey, we need someone to clean over here for a moment before leaving. But it's probably obvious.
Right. Your higher esteemed compatriots seem to think that your services are no longer required. Would be the assumption, yes?
Is this about what my driver did?
It is perhaps in relation to. That is from what was gathered.
Mr. Petrov leans back in his chair and looks up at the ceiling.
Personally, I think that's a tad going too far, but
No,
countries do what they want.
No. I know what this is about. I know exactly what this is about. I have to imagine a very large number of the showcase fans, especially in Marinhaf, didn't take his actions remarkably well.
Right. I what I
Wait, Marin Afternoons? Would that be Leona? Would that be possible?
as far as I'm aware, my family's intelligent assets are all deployed in well, not Skador, I can tell you that much. We have other concerns. As far as I'm aware, I'm the closest thing to an intelligence asset that Marinhaf would have in Skador.
Hmm.
And I'm not exactly in
I think I wish want Jeremy here. If only he was not occupied. Ah,
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, where did all of our spoons go?
Jeremy was still busy eating a book, I believe, or scroll.
More than just a scroll. He was eating a large portion of scrolls, which is basically making him incapacitated for basically an entire day. So he's nowhere to be seen anywhere in this area.
so, Mr. Petrov,
One second. I put up the stream for the Bathurst 12 hour in the background, and it started like way too early. A lot of noise just happened.
Ah.
Yay, cheering!
God is dead. We wait.
No, it's like bow bow ba da ba da ba Australian rock music ba ba da ba da. There is a small knock on the door.
Leona, being, I believe, the closest to it, will
Leona's the closest to a tank.
That too. Will.
open the door. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Someone join?
Yes, lady. Yes, Lady Leona and Toss Miranda. I know. I have been informed that one of our more esteemed guests has received a piece of cake that may or may not be his liking.
Yes, we're aware of that. One of my safeguards detected the discrepancy, and it has been placed within the trash receptacle.
Edmund, you definitely hear Leona taking credit for your work.
She works for me. She just said so.
Besides, after what Sivin did, I deserve to take a little credit from. My associate has assured me that it won't be causing anyone any harm. We can retrieve it from the garbage if you require it for a sample or whatever.
as a matter actually I was here to retrieve it if you hadn't destroyed it already.
Leona will open the door and motion to the garbage bin.
Over here probably.
Yep.
I think you kindly Madam Miranda. And he steps forward and he steps forward and he glares, Monsieur Petrov, and he takes out a dagger.
What?
Leona will attempt to.
We're on our way back.
We'll be surprised. Yeah, we'll be surprised. I think Leona would probably be surprised.
We're
Since
on
I
our
was
way
already
back. Where are we?
following,
Yeah.
would I see that happen?
Let me see. Let. And that's where you are.
Exactly.
We were
Directly
on our
right
way
behind
back
him.
to the meeting room. Not sure where we were exactly.
I am going to say no. I imagine Leona would know that this meeting was private, and as soon as the waiter came in, she would probably start closing the door again.
All right.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah, that seems reasonable. The door would probably be closed. Private meeting.
They were making sandwiches.
Welcome back, by the way.
Also, yeah.
Yes,
You can
Oh,
convince your girlfriend to let you play.
no,
Or
she
make-
was just she was just got upset the fact that I quit because she kept on asking me to pay attention to her and not the game.
Oh, so she's like, oh shit, now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, good on her. She's like, I didn't want him to quit. I just wanted attention.
So, as you said, you're trying to stop him from fully pulling the dagger?
Leona will try. I assume Leona might be a bit surprised to act, but if she can, she will try and like grab him and stop him from stabbing Petrov. Probably a I guess it would be a combat maneuver check.
One
Grapple.
moment.
It's either a grapple or a disarm. Or I guess it could be a trip.
Disarm definitely should be going to try and control the weapon.
The butler is going to try doing it.
All right.
And he grabs his dagger and he picks it and he starts thrusting it towards Petrov. They fall out of the chair and onto the floor with a very big crash. Norvin, Iniko, perception.
Okay. Do I get to participate? Yes, I do.
Hears that very loudly.
Norvin, you hear the waiter pull the knife out.
I hear shing from the
but
dagger.
you hear the dagger being drawn, but only the dagger being drawn.
I don't hear the crash somehow.
Or the yell or anything else.
Right.
Hinako, it's a little muffled for you, but Yosu picks it up fine enough and she starts yipping again.
Right. I'm moving to get the door open.
Leona, you're in the way.
Damn you. It's a 2x2 door, it looks like.
Down with the door. Smash the door on top of the assassin.
It is a 2x2 door. It's also a push on your end.
Damn it.
Open
the door.
A bit curious. A bit curious how this is gonna go. You see what I DM'd you, right?
I did, yes.
Leona, move.
It's not my turn.
Down.
I can still shout.
I'll also point out, Thibin, that's a one standard action cast time.
One standard action. Yep. So I'm assuming that he's already on the floor on top of Petrov.
Yes, and bad things are happening to Petrov.
Yeah. There's a lot of spells I have. It's unfortunate that a lot of them could also accidentally hit Petrov. Thankfully,
Let's actually get everyone in turn order real fast, shall we?
yes, that'll be good.
Sounds good to me.
Meanwhile, I is somewhere else.
God damn.
He could like fucking enter right now.
Unfortunately,
Have him enter
Gold
right
has
now.
delayed
Just
our turns to after Leona by standing there.
Yeah, look at that. Leona's become the biggest blockade.
Leona, get out of the way.
Well, when she was wearing that bra of holding.
what does that have to do with anything?
Taking less space.
Did you just call Leona fat?
No,
I think
big
you
boob.
did.
Big boned.
Big boobed, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, after all, he's talking about a bra of holding, so it's got to be about the boobs. I mean, boobs are technically quite a lot of fat, I believe.
Get it out of your system, mates.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that man has high dexterity.
Leona standing there is going to get him killed before I can run in and heal him.
I can heal him too.
You can also do, like, disarm spell.
I can do disarm spell.
You have other things you can do of use.
I also have something I can use as well.
No.
No.
No?
Love you.
I don't think we want to kill this guy, so I am of more limited use.
You may enter the gala hall whenever you feel appropriate.
Enters the gala hall with
Right
his
now.
tumor in hand. What the fuck's going on?
Just like holding this little like lizard creature, stroking it like a cat.
While wearing
Through
a better
the ceiling.
while wearing a better suit than Leona put down because he just happened to do his
He did his laundry.
please.
For convenience, you can strut in through here. Bam.
Where is here?
Up.
At the top.
Wasn't the entrance at the bottom? Top was for personnel, wasn't it? Like the guards and stuff.
Does I look like he cares?
And plus, he brought Bruno with him, so.
Oh no.
Oh.
God, why would you do this?
So if
No,
Leona
no.
doesn't move,
Oh wait,
Bruno's
it makes
breaking
more
down
sense
the
that
door.
I was thrown into this gala if Bruno was with him.
You
Fair.
will attend and you will like it. Throws through door.
Wait a minute, does that mean that Bruno has a superb nose, noticed that the cake didn't smell right, and decided this requires my attention and cooking?
No,
very swift decision making, and he just blindsides since he's probably the most capable person.
I'm not capable. What the fuck?
He sensed the cake just was wrong and decided
I sense
someone needed
disturbance in the force.
If I wanted to go all in anime, then I would definitely be thrown here, and he would probably crash the wall of the ladies' room.
Well, let's hope that you didn't go full anime.
I did not. You enter normally while there's a lot of stuff happening in our room you can't see.
Hey, anybody want some food?
Initiative.
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 Should I roll initiative for the guy serving food to people?
Roll
Not-
initiative for your battle, chef.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. The guards seem relatively calm on your end.
Okay.
We're going to see how much this changes. We're going to start with Hinako. You just heard a crash and an ah. No, I take that
I'm
back.
back here then. If you just heard it.
Actually, no, I take that back. You didn't hear it. Your Foxo did, and she's now bark. Yep. Da, ba, da, ba, ba, ba.
And I
Why did it-
understand her perfectly. And first things I would do is use the contact object thing. Say, Gold Bear compromised. And if that does not take an action, I'll be stepping forward and kicking down the door. Full force. Even if it's a push door. Just kick it.
Don't know where I am.
I'm
If
using a phone.
Norman was in the
Gold, where-
way,
Wait,
Norman was in the way, I'd basically just shove him aside and kick.
Yeah. Okay.
Either way.
Leona, two very strong people are on the other end of the door trying to kick in, trying to kick it in. What would be a good roll to see if you don't just
Quote
fail?
unquote strength. Strong.
Strength 11.
Same.
Strong. Hinako, you may strong it. Leona, what is the roll to not just
Fall.
not
Slightly stronger than the average human.
what is your role to not just turn into an AFV video?
Reflex save.
Right?
Go for it. And Hinako, roll to strong.
Is this a single big door or something, or is this two doors?
It's a door.
It's a door. Okay, then yes, I
It's
would
a
probably
door?
be hurting Leona at this.
Ha 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 ha.
Is it straight strength check or combat thing for door bashing?
You could argue a thunder check might be appropriate if a little
Not a thunder
over.
check. You're not cutting down the door.
Are you cutting it open, or are you taking a slash at it?
I was kicking at it.
In that case, it would definitely be strengths.
Just strength. Yeet.
And you died.
And I
No.
dropped to the floor, I guess.
Notes, -2 racial.
Yeah.
Leona, you feel the door budge.
Leona will deftly dodge out of the way of the opening door with a 22 reflex save. I presume that's enough.
You could take a step forward, so you're no longer being obstructive.
Wonderful.
Just keep in mind that there's a table in here that's kind of like here.
You are right, Leona. You are directly in front of the table.
All right.
Squeaky.
Squeak. Right. Thibin, who was sitting down, is not going to be sitting down.
You stand up.
Yep,
Go ahead, use
That's
some
the
movement.
exact opposite of sit down.
exactly. She's also going. Petrov and this assassin are both on a not on a table. Jesus Christ, on the floor. And it's clear that that there's hostile intent, trying to make sure Petrov is alive.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Your Honor? I only accidentally stabbed him.
Going to just wow, that damage output is completely different to what I showed earlier.
So this guy needs a DC 18 reflex save.
Each bolt.
It require a range touch attack to hit. And the reflex save is for the being blinded part. Why do I?
Wait. So let's see here. One bolt. What? So it's one. So it's one bolt, and it needs a range touch. You said.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. Roll BAB plus Dex.
EB plus. All right. What did I just click on?
Unfortunately, they are in melee. Unfortunately,
Uh.
don't think you have precise shot.
I mean, there is
Uh.
the basic ranged attack roll button right on the CMD.
You should
Oh yes,
have
who's that?
precise shot.
Oh, the CMB
Oh, under
uh,
CMB, there's a ranged.
ranged. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
yeah, just use that.
Oh, okay.
Roll to confirm.
Page.
Roll again. Or
I believe that's how it works. Or can spells not crit?
No, spells can crit if they have an attack roll.
Okay. If
All
that's
right,
the case,
all right, then do it again. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, I believe that crits even with the melee stuff. Roll for reflex. He
He's
does.
not.
He does save, but I feel like he's still going to have a very bad day. So what? So is it? 46 times 2 or 8d6?
I
It would be another 4d6.
Yeah,
Another
another
46. Okay, so I'll just roll another for.
Yeah. So
It-
yeah. So yeah. So do
It
so
does
do
not save for half. It's only saved to not be blind.
Right.
All right. And how much HP did I get? Did I give this guy? Okay. Ibn, you fire off a very scary, shadowy, ooky spooky bolt, and it smacks this butler right in the head. You can see, and you can see like the black ooky spooky nonsense start to like creep into his temples and everything. He doesn't seem to be any ill for it, but smack.
He's not dead.
Certainly felt it, I bet.
Jeez.
Smack.
It's not just some
Jesus.
commoner with a knife. Got it.
Melvin.
I can head through the door, right?
Yes, Leona has dodged
Yeah,
out of the
probably.
way.
Step to here as my movement.
Right, and that's a gloom bolt down. And that should have used a attack roll, so I need to make sure to put that in next time.
And how badly hurt is he?
He's not bloodied, but you did see him take a pretty big smack right as you bust in.
Okay.
Range touch attack. Okay, there we go.
I can lay on hands for it's only 2d6.
You're talking about Petrov. Yeah, dude got stabbed.
Yeah. Ignore my roll, by the way. Just making sure if it actually got the. Yep, it did. Okay.
Fantastic. Good job, Putin.
Sweet.
So lay on hands him as my standard action for 7, but if he's bleeding or whatever, he's fine.
Yeah, he's not bleeding anymore.
I can draw my short sword as part of my move action when moving, so I'll do that.
Sounds good.
And I don't think I have a swift action to do at the moment. So I move in, prevent him from bleeding out, and am ready for melee combat again.
And
You're,
cast.
well, you're probably thinking, God damn it, how come I always have to punch people?
I always have to non-lethal people.
She gets some rubber bullets.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Make it
I'd
a
like to.
thing.
I like to point out this guy is an assassin. You don't have to.
Non-lethal.
Yeah.
I
Thibin
don't
already
have
knows there's
a
a second
non-lethal.
assassin
Also,
anyway.
also the butler is a crafty sneaky assassin. So Petrov, you
Sneak attack.
yeah, you're lucky I diced myself.
Yeah. Well, I healed him for 7 out of that,
Um,
and I guess
but butler sees things are not going his way. Away! Oh, hi.
I am kind of on the floor after failing to open the door.
Would he get hit with an attack of opportunity from individuals? Or is that a feat thing?
Leona is the only one who can do that at the moment,
And she
unless
hasn't
you happen to
acted.
have unless you have a reach weapon.
I will.
And that,
stick.
you're lying down. Well, then in that case, he's going to leap and start bolting this way.
We're fine. Not that we know that.
I do see a butler running for his life down this hallway.
Up him!
Hey, are you hungry?
Lady Leona Antos Miranda, we know.
It's my turn. Believe it.
Hey,
Leona
Naruto.
will. What is
You
the
have pancakes.
condition?
Eat them.
What does the condition Mr. Petrov in
I just
look
healed
like?
him.
Oh, he's okay.
He's
All
not
right,
bleeding out. He'll keep
He
if
is
he's going to be fine.
he is very bloody, but he's not losing. But I almost say he's not losing more HP.
Right. In which case, Leona will. This is the butler, right?
The butler is the guy running up the hallway now.
All right. Leona will step out here, and she will. Oh,
Don't mind me laying on the floor. I did not fail opening a door.
actually, she'll go whoop, or rather, whoop, 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 and to avoid the. Well, he doesn't have a breach weapon, so I don't have to worry really. But I'm just practicing good combat etiquette. And Leona will cast a spell upon him.
Oh shit.
Barb chains. Actually, he's your
Length
BAB.
of chain doused with fresh blood. That doesn't sound at all like a evil spell.
It's not evil. It's just morally dubious.
It's just a mind-affecting fear spell.
So, cause fear is a mind-affecting fear spell, and it's not inherently evil.
Anyway,
I mean,
Besides,
neither is
Leona's
painful
an
acid
or.
fire torture.
Well, besides, Leona's an oracle. She doesn't need material components. I think.
anything you do is holy. You can't be evil.
Anyway, get a DAB is
Yep, he's working.
4 plus 6. Or D20 plus 10. Or can attempt a trip. All right, so this is versus its combat maneuver defense versus its combat maneuver defense, and I get 2 chains. So these will both try and trip him. So Leona waves her hand, and these 2 like golden chains shoot up from fucking another dimension and attempt to trip the man.
CMD is going to be on here somewhere. Here it is. The first one, the butler definitely dodges. The second one actually catches him.
All right. All right, so he's now prone, and he has to make a will save.
Oh no, the floor. What would I do with this floor hurting me?
No.
What's the floor got to do with it?
What's floor got to do with it?
All right, he is now shaken,
Not stirred?
and if he's already shaken, the effect doesn't stack into a greater fear effect.
He isn't.
Not stirred, no.
What? He has not. He has not. He has not been. Has not been shaken. Already.
All right. All right, so it's fine. He is unshook.
Unspooked.
Spookums. He gets
1 second.
spooked.
Spooked. The floor quakes in fear.
Okay. Foxo, you notice that Leona is posturing above you.
Hi there. Anyway, let me just get up and... Oh, the guy's down. Oh, great.
I
Okay.
imagine Hinako just trying to stand up, and she just gets blinded by Leona's dress.
Blinded by the light.
Up like I do in the
I
morning.
would first be thinking you'd say her chest, but whatever.
No.
Trying to get up.
Blinded
How would that even
by
work?
the light.
Anyway. Loot stuff aside, let's get this guy, he's down. Let's tie him up. Anyone got rope? I got rope, right?
He's on the ground. He's not unconscious or anything. He just kind of fell over a little bit.
I don't
He's
know.
not.
I know. I can still grapple him.
Tying someone up would be a bunch of grapple checks.
Yeah, many grapples.
And taking multiple turns. It is not great.
Anyway, I
Do
grapple
it.
Unless you're
first.
specialized in grapple already.
Do it.
Nah, I'm not particularly a grappler. Honestly. I could just stab him.
You could just stab him.
I will not say that you cannot stab him.
I won't say that you can't stab him. Also, I now you see Hinako like pop out from under Leona's
Also?
dress or something.
I'll just try to grapple him as much as I'm not a grappler.
Is that where they're keeping her?
One fear.
But that's just a CMD, right? CMB?
Yeah, you're rolling your CMB versus their CMD. That is correct.
There's a
Yeet.
float art.
I'll get the grappling flowchart.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. Attacker initiates the grapple as a standard action. You avoid attacks of opportunity probably because they're already pro or whatever.
And he is on his ass, so he probably doesn't get his dex bonus to CMD. So yep, Hinako, you have grabbed him.
You are adjacent, so both of you gain the grappled condition. Next round, you get +5 to the combat maneuver check to maintain the grapple. That was your standard action. You use your move action to stand up. You still have a swift action left.
Do I have swift actions?
Magi have many swift actions.
I don't know if you have any useful swift actions.
About that. I mean, I could just combust him right here, but that's a standard action, so no. That's also standard action. Why do I still have that one? I should probably change that one.
I believe you can enter your like bloodline trance thingy as a swift action.
Yes, where is that? Yeah, swift action, spend point of others' energy, enter a state of mythical focus for 2 rounds. Okay, what benefit would I gain out of that? That's for not particularly any use in doing that though right now.
So now you don't have any swift actions you want to use?
Nope.
Cool.
And I don't think
Okay. I hope combat ends before I have to process it. So yeah, Thibin, Norvin, please kill this guy.
Right. Thibin, looking over at both Petrov and Norvin, ascertains that he seems to be okay for the time being. Is going to look out here. Sees the situation, kind of goes like, why are we trying to acquire the assassin?
Acquire the assassin.
In Leona's case, it's because most of her spells actually don't do. She doesn't have any really good damaging spells.
And while you
at
guys
the
are
moment.
fighting, all I is doing is
Why
drinking some.
are we acquiring an assassin? It's clear that they're going to kill themselves even after captured.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I don't want to make a bloody mess in a public area.
I wonder if the guards notice anything as I mutters to himself as he watches this. So you guys are out in the open now.
Speaking of which, I did mention using the communication device to say that Gold Bear was compromised.
In danger.
I was
Uh,
hoping
good-
for.
Danger, Will
good-
Robinson.
a good point. This guy, good point. This guy's close. You would probably come over.
I mean, no offense, but they're literally now attacking him out in broad daylight.
Behind a wall. And I'll bet a lot of people are just thinking, ooh, this song has lyrics.
I'm referring to the guards up front, but okay.
The guard, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep track of a number of things.
The ones that I pass by, I'm sure they would notice the hearing and hear pretty much everything.
They're going to run over, not because there's a big fight happening in the hallway, but because you didn't go through security properly.
I drink wine. Hey, look, there's something happening. He's distracting them so he
Is
can
I
get away.
drunk before it gets to the party?
Yeah.
Thibin, what exactly are you doing? If you don't mind my asking, it's fine. It's fine if the answer is nothing. I'm just.
Evan's kind of scratching her head as like, do we want to keep this person alive? If so, it looks like they're occupying him pretty well enough at the moment. She's more concerned about the health of Petrov. There's also the fact that the dagger could have been poisoned. There could have been other issues. So she's gonna go back to Petrov.
Oh yeah, witches do get healing spells, technically.
Oddly enough.
It's not oddly enough. It actually makes quite a lot of sense.
I'd expect more poison from a witch.
I'd expect more poison from Thibin.
Isn't that this is a touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It's a little unfortunate that I already used up all my goddamn movement speed because rat folk.
You can fly.
I'm not gonna waste a minute of flight. I already.
Fair enough.
Also, this is technically the same day.
Oh yeah, fair enough. You already flew off into the sunset.
Yeah.
You already made the great gnome escapade.
I mean, what? That wasn't fibbing? No.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
It was a random dwarf. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a random dwarf.
Gnome.
No, whatever.
If anything, honestly, what she could do is also just do evil eye on the assassin, just to make sure that he has less benefits.
If you want to. Why don't you roll a heal check for me real fast?
Roll what?
Heal.
Heal. Okay. I did roll. Well, technically, I did cure moderate wounds.
I know cure moderate wounds does. I'm rolling to see if you gather any other information while you're doing that.
Okay. Oh, the skill. Excuse me. I have some information, so technically, I might know a thing or two.
Yeah. As you kneel down and you go to try stitching Mr. Petrov back up, you notice that the wound seems a little more sticky than it typically is, like something has been injected into it.
Ah, yes. And me, being the individual as I am, know that this is clearly poison. Ah, shit. We require medical aid of anti-poisons. And
All
is
right then.
announcing that very loudly for others to hear.
Shush.
Hopefully, more guards hear this.
Indeed.
I mean, seeing as I use a communication device that should be connected to all guards of Petrov.
There is
Yes,
at least one
yeah.
guard here.
Okay, they're closing in. Melvin.
Melvin? Or Norvin? I keep hearing
Norvin.
Melvin.
His
That's
name is now
what he's
Norvin.
saying.
Melvin. Well, Norvin's his last name. Melvin's his first name.
Norvin Melvin.
I'm pretty
Yes?
sure that's not actually correct.
No, it's not.
What's his first name actually?
His name's Norman.
Norvin.
Oh, so what's his last name?
Agus.
Higgins?
Agus.
Agus.
Hagus.
Like Shield.
Norvin Agus.
Norvin eggs.
So
Norman Eggs.
So he's just
Even if I
on.
had drawn my gun, I can't shoot him anyway because now you're grappling him.
I just continuously drink wine.
Part of the reason I did this was because I wanted Norvin to shoot something.
I still can't shoot anything.
I'm trying not to make a bloody mess out of the fucking hallway. If I was in the meeting room, I'd have stabbed him by now. But we're in the hallway where people can see.
That's what non-lethal damage is for.
Aren't you like a guard technically? You have. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to use lethal force if you want.
There's that, and there's trying not to disturb the public.
Oh yeah. Evil
Isn't
eye.
that pretty disturbing to the public over there?
Leona, please make sure he's not dying.
Is that Fox Girl
Alright.
raping that man?
And let's look at bonuses. I'm doing non-lethal short sword attack. Just hit him with the flat of the blade or whatever. He
Okay.
is prone. He's grappled, so he takes minus 4 to dexterity.
Before you roll, Thibin, what are you debuffing?
Saving throws.
Saving throws. Okay, he needs to make a will save to see
Oh.
if that goes anywhere. And what's the save DC anyways?
That's a good question. I assume that it would be. What will it be?
Wouldn't it be 17, like the cure martyr wound sustaining DC is?
Maybe because I had another. Well, Gloombo.
Unfortunately, they rolled in a range where it actually matters.
What level is Evil Eye?
Well, Evil Eye's not a spell. It's a hex.
It's a hex. Yeah.
Does it work
Evil
differently then?
Eye hexes will save just one round.
To answer your question, it's a big crash. To answer your question, it's a class feature.
10 plus half witch's level plus intelligence modifier.
Okay.
You're in 20 and you are above level 0, so a 15 is a failure.
Intelligence is 5 is 20, so 5, 15. 18.
He answered it already with the easier path, but okay.
So yes. 8 rounds. He has a debuff to his saving throws. Norvin, you were saying.
Okay, I say, Leona, make sure he's not dying. Short sword attack. I am doing non-lethal, but he's prone, so I have a total of +0 on my attack roll. He has -4 to dexterity, but he's also flat-footed because he's prone. So I don't know if that matters. It depends on what his dexterity is.
I definitely need to write these hexes into spell-like effects just to make it a little bit actually easier to understand.
Yeah.
A 14 might hit a prone grappled opponent.
I need to pull up the flow chart to figure this out.
It is -4 to dexterity, and that's all that matters for defenses. And then also he's...
In that case, A 14 does not hit him.
Okay.
He like squirms out of the way of your strike.
Eh.
And you guys failed. So now I have to figure out how this works.
Okay. What's his goal? Is his goal to escape, to control the grapple, to stab the person grappling him? What does he want to do?
Probably get out.
Okay. Then it is a combat maneuver check against, or an escape artist check against Hinoko's combat maneuver defense.
Here.
So I'm just writing this to make sure this is correct. You know, I can need to write that correctly too, somehow. So
He has escape artist, and that seems like his best bet at the time. So D20 plus 13. Hinako, combat maneuver defense. What is it?
CMD is wait 15. What's 15? Oh, what? Because I'm grappled.
He's trying to escape the grapple, which needs your combat maneuver defense as the DC for the check.
Do I also get the grappled?
No,
on your
it is a
turn.
skill check against your combat maneuver defense.
Because putting the grappled condition in reduces a lot of my stuff.
Oh yeah, you do get the grapple condition, don't you?
Yeah, it reduces your stuff and it reduces their stuff in the same way.
Okay, then CMD
They
is
still take that -4 to
15.
dexterity.
In that case, CMD would be 15. So he did escape with 19.
So he escapes, and that is his action. He is still prone on the floor with only a move action and a swift action, but he is no longer grappled.
Can you like try crawling away? Just
Take an attack of opportunity from 2 people.
Hey, can I attack randomly at this time?
you know what? If you want to.
Okay, yay! Random attack.
X out a Glock.
I'm going to close the grapple flowchart and hope that you don't try that again.
Do it again.
Please
Oh
don't.
god, I attempts to grapple.
No, that's just lower numbers.
Why do I now just imagine just 6 of us just pile driving on top of the guy just to forcefully grapple him under the ground, crushing him?
Why did it do nothing?
Why nothing is something, but for something is nothing. Aha.
Okay, open up. God damn it! When you try to do something on Roll20 using a phone, why does it not work?
Burning Hands is 15 feet cone.
Is
Burning,
it?
Yeah,
Burning Hands is chunky.
you're nowhere near close enough. You would
Oh.
need
Not
to
clear,
move.
close enough. Also, you're gonna destroy a bunch of the building. You're gonna set the building on fire.
No, I mean maybe that's his
Unless it's
plan.
a stone
Any-
building.
Okay, let's see here. There,
Maybe.
fire. Right? No, wait. There, fire.
You just walk away from the guards as well.
I mean, I'm just casually sipping wine. It's not like they don't see something happening. Come on now. This guy's literally getting beat up, trashed around, and then tossed on the ground. They're not doing anything about him.
Make it around at the speed of sound.
If you're gonna bring up things, at least put up the other things. And how does Burning Hands work? Why is mine not working?
That's an interesting macro.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, it's a reflex save, so you can roll that while they're prone on the ground.
Where is?
Sorry, I just opened up the grapple flow chart. What the fuck?
Yeah. Don't grapple unless you're actually good at it.
I feel
He's about to get roasty.
roasted toast.
If it is 1d4 per caster level. I don't know what your caster level is for it. Probably 6, but it might be something different.
Well. Oh. Well, caster level equals for my burning hands. It's caster level equals Ifrit's level. So, and
Level
its
6.
DC is 11 plus charisma modifier.
Roll the 10, so it doesn't matter.
Max. Enough.
Actually, it might have a maximum.
Yeah, I believe it does.
It is a first level spell, so it might only be 5d4.
Yeah, it is 5d4. I know for a
Yeah.
fact. I made
Okay.
a mage who specialized in burning hands at one point. It's 5d4.
5d4 and flammable materials burn if the flames touch them.
And I'm a Ifrit, so that's a little bit bonus because my fire.
Plus whatever that is. Sure.
5.
So
A
roll
flat
your
5?
5d4. Roll your 5d4 plus 5.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how this works. God damn it! Click on the button, not the stupid. There we go. That makes takes a lot.
Just roll 5d4 plus 5.
You think it's easy on a phone?
No, on a phone. Duh.
Would you like me to do it for you?
No, I'm almost there. I've already gotten to this point. Let Grandpa get there.
I don't know. It sounds like I can do it right for you right now.
Grandpa's hitting the button and the button's not sending. Send.
I have it written in already. I'm ready to do it.
God, why won't it send it?
I'm
Roll
clicking the
the
button.
dice.
I'm clicking the button. I clicked the
Hit the
button.
button. Bloody hell.
20 damage.
Yeah.
Save for half, so 20 damage. Unless they have something that means they take 10.
Thank you, folks, for advancing the game state. He's bloodied.
Also, there's a large area that might be on fire, depending on what's there.
I definitely know for a fact the damn door in the men's room is on fire.
If it's made of wood, it's dwarves.
You have ignited the shag carpeting.
Oh shit.
Here's
Fuck's
an
sake,
unfortunate.
I'd.
Here's an unfortunate fact. I could have extinguished that if this was done the next day.
Oh,
Hideko Norvin, he's getting away if you want to do anything.
don't worry, I can put out the fire.
I've asked you to go heal someone, but now there's something on fire.
Don't worry, Leonel. I can take care of things in short order. One spell to
Non-lethal. Non-lethal, but he's prone, so that cancels out. Pow. Miss.
Nope. No.
Oh no.
Wait, whose turn is it?
Attack of
Yes,
opportunity.
you may try to bonk him.
Do I
This
get
is all
this
happening
after
on.
he escaped my grapple.
Yes. You may attempt one bonk.
Good old smackaroni.
You
Just
can
watch
also
out.
choose not to.
Just watch out for the smackaronis around the area. It's a little crispy on the floor. Just put a flame in your heart.
Ah, well. I was too busy grappling, so I'm not react too violently.
That's
Since
100%
someone
a
else is
thing you
apparently
can
already
do.
doing that for me.
Yep,
That
you can
fucking-
also do one
That fucking flow chart.
as your reaction.
Grappling is so much easier in D&D.
In 5e. I will give you that. Grappling is kind of a headache in Pathfinder.
It's like the one thing.
It was also it was also a headache in 3.5. Probably worse.
It was worse in 3.5.
I feel like it's made in such a way that people are just like, okay, we're never grappling. Fuck grappling, we're just gonna stab the guy or something. I don't know.
Now imagine that all the rules are like that, and that's Shadowrun.
So,
fuck?
what are we doing?
You need flowcharts just to get to your flowcharts.
Waiting to see if
Hine-
someone wants to make an attack of opportunity or not.
I
You
cannot make
already
an
did
attack of
already.
opportunity.
Other people can do it.
May I
It's
speak,
true.
Hinako? Would you like to bonk this guy as he tries crawling away from you?
Fine, I'll bonk the guy, whatever.
Mac his shit in.
Can you burn the bacon? Feed me. You can burn the bacon. Feed me.
That does not work out. I apologize for having to speak up there. Leona, go.
All right, Leona. Leona will go over to Petrov, and she will cast a spell that she has because she decided to attune to a nature spirit this morning. I cast Neutralize Poison.
Game.
I cast Neutralize Poison. I detoxify anything. Target of the creature. I need to make a caster level check. /R 1d20 plus 6. Against the DC of each poison affecting the target. Success means the poison is neutralized. Does that cure the poison?
Perhaps.
Cure any poison.
Let me look.
Yeah. Do you want to cure it or do you want to neutralize it for 10 minutes? Level?
I would like to try and cure it. I have a decent amount of spell slots.
Does he want to make a will save to negate the effect?
No.
So, like, Leona will head over to the injured principal.
This is very poorly written. You can either neutralize the poison according to the description, or instead you can neutralize it.
Well, yeah, you can fix it. You can stop them from being poisoned, or you can temporarily.
I
would write it as you can either choose to neutralize or suppress.
Wild, actually read the description. You can neutralize it, or get this, you can neutralize it.
I would write it. I'm going to rewrite it as you can neutralize or you can suppress it.
Yeah, sure.
It's gone. It's gone. You got it.
All right. Leona will. Are you all right?
I've been stabbed.
Hell, you're not poisoned anymore, so that's something.
I was poisoned?
You were. Not anymore, though.
We're dealing with assassins. Of course there's gonna be poison. It's almost...
That's Leona's. That's my turn done, by the way. I moved
You
it over
asked
to
him
him.
if he is okay after while still have injury?
I am not a doctor. I am an oracle. I'm a miracle worker, not a doctor.
If you want to roll initiative and slot yourself into the turn order, this would be the time to do it.
I do like that the first attack roll Ide has made in this game wasn't actually from a class feature, it's just from a racial ability.
No, there was a bomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. There was a bomb.
There was a bomb there.
Now, where is initiative?
Underneath hit points, next to ability scores, above armor class.
Okay.
You're last then.
Well, and not one on your initiative. Welcome here, drunkard.
He's not drunk.
You seem drunk.
This is fantastic. I don't have to reorganize the turn order.
Perfect.
Hina Kana Banga.
Okay.
Why, thank you.
Autobagaganya.
I will use a point to activate my Eldritch Bloodline. Show whatever it does.
I feel like we're being a bully.
And I'll just straight up walk into the burning carpet and bonk the guy.
Down.
Stop resisting.
That will connect.
3.
3.
3 points of guess we're doing non-lethal.
Non-lethal is -4 to hit. I'm just doing it anyway.
You still get him because on the floor, on fire, bad things.
And in case you're wondering about the fire, yes, I have fire resistance.
I did not forget. You look very, very intimidating.
Just walking straight there and there in the fire. Yeah. Fuck you.
We are the youth of the nation.
Yep. Thib.
Right. Seeing that situation with the assassin is pretty under control right now,
Just
I
a
mean-
burning carpet here.
is deciding to now
It's
go
under control.
over to Petrov and give him a good old cure moderate wounds, which turns out to be 20. All right. That's actually pretty strong. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Rolled
Okay.
near max.
Yeah. He's patched up. He's taken care of now. If you want to keep curing him, please feel free. But
At that point, seeing as his wound is just about closed up and probably a little more active, doesn't need to heal him anymore.
Right then. It's very clear people want you dead. What the hell did you do to make them freak out like this? Aside from the driver thing.
I don't know. Generally not sure. You got it done.
I'm not too much use here. I back up into the room, not through. Actually, have to go around, and I'll spend my turn sheathing my sword properly for once and drawing way. pistol in case there's a second person. Just off to the side.
Yeah.
But for once, I sheathe the weapon properly instead of just throwing it on the floor as a free action.
This guy starts being burned, and before he can do much of anything else, this guardsman takes out his pistol, and Hinako, you can hear him hiss, "Failure!" Bang.
Failure.
Oh,
That's only
well, I mean,
Hinako. No,
they
stop
are
metagaming.
all. Yeah, I was gonna say even if they are on the fighting each other, they're both Iverwardians. Iverwardians tend to be pretty disdainful of things like failure.
Not all Iverwardians are like that. Yeah, they are.
I mean, maybe not all Iverwardians, but Iverwardian security guards? I'd
Yeah.
assume so.
Maybe not all Iverwardians follow the Iverwardian code, but once they're caught, they're dead.
Also, this would probably be the part where the fire alarms start going off.
Oh wow, they
Oh,
have
right.
fire alarms. It's like I didn't know that. But I just training a little bit.
I mean,
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
you
you've
can
made
make
the
a reason.
situation worse.
I mean,
It's a
he was wanting this because
Otter!
he was wanting this because he uses tears to wine on the sprinkler, so now all of it's wine.
What?
well to be fair to Ide, it's a natural self-defense mechanism of the Ifrit to shoot fire when threatened.
And it's
He
an
wasn't
Iverwardian.
threatened.
Leona, what the fuck are you doing? Are you narrating National Geographic?
No.
I wasn't threatened.
Here's how it is. It's an Iverwardian. He's already threatened.
That's true. It's well known.
Speaking of
That
which, there
is-
are quite a lot of Iverwardians around here.
Yeah, and he feels very threatened. He does not like it. That's why he came in drinking wine.
In other words, you're drunk.
No, he's not. That is not wine that gets you drunk. It actually sharpens your intellect.
Oh, that spell. Yes.
Leona, you just heard a gunshot outside.
Oh dear.
it
Leona
again.
will.
I am inside, just so you know.
Leona will run outside to see what's going on.
Get shot,
to
guys.
see a guy who just got shot, as well as a carpet on fire,
And
and
a fox standing in that fire.
Also, these guys would probably be running over here. Just Jesus Christ, what the hell happened?
given that Leona has no idea that Hinoko is immune to fire, don't worry, Hinoko, I'll put you out, and she will cast Create Water.
Can Hinako do a dodge roll?
You may roll reflex.
And a reflex away from that water.
Goldie, what's the save DC against your cantrips?
It's
Roll a 9.
the DC would be what would it be? It would be 16
10 plus wisdom.
or charisma. 16.
Charisma, not
16.
wisdom.
16.
9.
Splash. Hinako, you look like you just came down a water slide.
12 gallons of water are dumped on the fire.
And Hinako.
Hey, why'd you get their carpet wet? That's rude.
Oh,
Drank some more wine.
She
I think it
maintains her
would be more
shape,
rude
but
I think it would be
she's
more
not
rude to let it
immune.
burn eye.
No,
Oh.
it gives it a new, a different accent. It's a little burnt, a little black.
Well, Chaff will be. Who is the race car?
Well, after you said it, it stopped. Someone got a bird.
Come on. Pick up. Vroom vroom.
It wasn't me because it was buzzing while I was muted. So
It wasn't me either.
I don't know.
Old's been very silent for a moment. Strange.
so has Wild. Oh wait, he's always quiet.
All right.
Anyway, race car aside.
It's two parts. Is it?
The fire is out. Hinako is wettened.
Oh no.
Noggin.
Soggy
Ah,
fox.
Did you have to?
That's Soggy Fox.
I didn't know you were immune to fire.
I'm not immune. I never said I was.
Resistant to it, then.
Also, that's what you get out of me complaining about water?
Sorry.
I mean, you're complaining about the water while you in fire. That is a good reason to be questioning. So why are you okay with the fire?
Because I'm okay with the fire. I've been training in a bloody
You can't
electrically
train
active
yourself to
volcano.
not be burnt.
Also, you've seen
Can
me
you?
standing in fire a couple of times already. Both of you.
I reacted on instinct. I'm sorry.
I
Spent
do
the
Do it
have,
last
again.
several years building up an immunity to fire.
I do have no idea what anybody is talking about. All you know is that you just saw the security guard cap this burning butler, rather maliciously.
I'll do it again.
Why?
The butler actually wouldn't look like he's Ivor Wardian, would he?
No, he was posing as a not French guy.
Yeah.
He'll
he
burn
would
him
look-
again.
I guess it's just violence. Just
No,
woke
no,
up
no.
today
It's
and
because I knows better. Whenever you guys are attacking someone, it's usually someone he doesn't like, so he's just gonna burn them this time.
Well, I'm glad he trusts our judgments. In
I mean, last time he threw a bomb. This time he threw fire. You can always depend on I to randomly throw objects.
So, how much of the crowd has
Fire an
gone
object?
complete ape shit on the other side of this wall? There's-
Enough.
There's a
Like-
shot, there's a talk about a bomb and fire, and there's a fire alarm going
Right.
off, and
There's a
Once again, you guys went to a party and chose violence.
There's also the fact that there was also a gunshot in the kitchen, and now there's a gunshot out here.
I'll have you know, I didn't deal a single point of damage. That wasn't by choice, but there was no violence done by me.
Yeah, the thing is, you wanted to choose violence, but violence didn't choose you.
but
Thibodeau-
you chose violence, but violence.
Thibodeau only did violence after she saw violence, and by the way, paranoid about a random chef coming in here to grab the dish when we could have just brought the dish over, which was still on the table, by the way, not in the trash.
Oh,
I'd like to point that out. Jonathan.
that was on me. I thought we put in
That was
the
Gold
garbage.
being wrong.
That was on me. That was on me.
No,
being wrong.
we were clearly in the
In
right, and I didn't see you shoot nightmares at him.
So- Yeah, so allowing the damn chef to come in here, which we could have just brought the plate over, like, hey, here you go. Mate, now get the fuck out of here. This is supposed to be a private meeting.
I am mildly annoyed about setting stuff on fire.
And
I
now,
Only mildly
didn't.
annoyed.
I didn't do a single point of damage by choice.
And now,
I also didn't even try to do lethal damage.
yeah, and
Yeah.
now we have what was probably going to be another situation that Leona has to deal with.
No,
I think it'll be
there
a
was
little more.
yeah,
It's a
no,
little
this is
more.
fine. There was an
This
assassin who tried to stab a guy,
By
and
the
then we
way,
stopped it.
by the way, which Thibin still has more information that she needs to give out, and gave it only to Leona, who is probably not thinking about that because she just saw a person being burnt alive, and
yeah,
then and then put down like a dog.
Leona is a little preoccupied. I won't lie.
Well, let me just explain. Burning hands doesn't last that long.
It's like a.
It's an instantaneous spell, but it does set things on fire.
Yes,
Yeah.
but only things that aren't being worn or carried. So they shouldn't be on fire.
Oh yeah, he's not on fire anymore.
The shag carpet was on fire. Was the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I
am
don't know where this
mildly
still being combust right now is coming from, but
but I'm
Yeah,
only
well.
mildly annoyed. It's fine. You
I
have
just imagine
great.
the two guards behind
because either
eyes like,
burning
what?
hands or throw a bomb.
Yeah. So
Bombs
now,
are actually more precise.
yeah. So now I'm more
Flash
concerned about
is
the two
precise.
guards that are behind him and go like, what the fuck just happened here? Why did he just do that? Like, oh shit, the Ivory Ward guard just shot the guy in the head. What the fuck is going on, Johnny?
Do it again.
Those winds are blowing hard out there.
Heckin' windy.
A
That's how
little,
you say that.
a little windy.
Indeed.
Heckin'
Well,
windy.
guys, I'm gonna have to go now because I got visitors.
I shows up, sets stuff on fire, leaves.
Leaves.
I mean, this is canonical. This is canonical.
Is it? I'm just gonna get the police to come over to meet me at my home. Have a talk with them there. I'll just see you guys later.
Shows up, sets stuff on fire, leaves.
Devin's done this before. She knows what the procedure is.
Don't worry, I only damage people that try to damage other people first. Apparently, you guys were angry at him, so obviously he did something bad, right?
Silent
That's correct.
gunshot.
Oh wait, he stabbed a
And
Night Warrior.
making sure that no one's gonna come in and try and stab the guy again.
At the
while
very
we're
least,
back
he's
there.
working for the Iverwardians.
Okay, so kill. So I killed something that was gonna kill something that I hate. Huh, I am a bad guy.
Speaks out loud. Bench him. Right. What are we doing right now?
I was gonna give out a turn, but he's bolting, so.
It takes us
Well, I
time
have
to
to keep
bolt.
leaving because people are now at the house.
My work here is done. I must go. Other people need me.
Well, bye then. Guys.
Bye.
See you next time.
Adios.
That was hilarious. As for you, Hinako, why don't you give me a
Hinako,
sense motive?
Hinako be like, what the hell? I was trying to not make a scene.
And apparently he is.
Not cool,
That
man.
guard,
Not cool.
that guard showed up and chose violence.
That guard has a gun.
Basically America.
Well, as
You did see
in,
you did see him just cap an assassin and say failure.
One of us saw it.
None of us. I don't think anyone else did.
One person saw it. Ha ha ha. No, we aren't counting.
She's gonna be taking a cautious stand towards the guard. Somewhat confused, yet also not very surprised.
Sounds
Well,
about accurate.
you've done your job now to deal with the body and whatever situation you have wrought upon the party. Will ya? I'll be taking care of Mr. Petrov.
Apologies. And looks down his firearm. The force of instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Just the.
Force of instinct sounds like failure to me. I say, somewhat hushed voice.
I move him now. Oh no, bag along. Anybody have bag?
Did you just ask if we have a body bag? Do we got a body bag?
We happen to have a body bag.
I mean, they probably would in higher wards, to be fair. That's how they do it in home country.
If he walks away, I'm gonna be like, towards Leon, like, I have my doubts about that guard. He might not be on our side.
Might.
And we'll call that initiative over with. So now there is a Petrov in we are not completely certain condition.
I think Thibin basically patched him up.
He's not poisoned. He's been healed twice.
So he's mostly healthy, though mentally more strained. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that this place is obviously not safe for you to be at.
You don't say.
Might I suggest a more favorable location?
Is the door still open, by the way? Did Orphan close it?
It's slammed open.
I would have to imagine the door is still open. I can't imagine anybody taking the time to actually close it.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
Orphan
not-
took his time to put his sword away, so it might have taken his time to close the door.
It takes very little time to do. It's just something that isn't normally done.
So we're saying the door is open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. Go, we'll walk inside. Mr. Petrov, I'm sorry for my delayed reactions on this matter.
You did your job. Good job. As much as you could have. Also, why wet?
One
Leona
of the
will
other
speak up.
guests caused a fire, and then Miss Leona doused the fire while I was standing in it.
I see. Tell her next time.
I heard gunshot out there. Is individual captured? Dead?
That
One of the other guards, quote unquote, has put him down. Called him a failure.
Failure. Which ones?
One of the ones that came with me, which makes me doubt him very much.
I've got.
I mean, I could certain. On one hand, would such behavior be out of the norm for your security forces, Mr.
On a
Petrov?
side note, let's put this meeting room back into private, shall we?
Yes, I think that would be for the best.
Let's close this door.
Other concerns, locations not secure. There is still other assassins on premise.
Plenty,
Oh yeah, good
apparently.
point.
False curator.
Good. I thought I screened everybody before they came.
Well, apparently they accounted for your screening.
Yeah. I'll need to I'll need to I'll need to find the person in charge and we'll shoot. I mean investigate him.
Okay, Leona's starting to think, okay, it's just the I reward instant to just shoot anyone who screws up and call them a failure. It's just how it's done in I reward.
Hey, Thibin
I
Goodfoot will
guess.
keep you a company as well.
Thank you. Do you have anywhere in particular we go?
Well,
Um,
Tata's will be good location.
what now?
I don't think I'm in the mood for that right now. But thank you for the offer.
What? No. Restaurant.
What kind of restaurant?
It's more of a small food shack run by certain person that Leona knows, I
A
believe.
friend of ours is it's a little bit of a pet project of his to combine alchemical and the alchemical and culinary arts.
Talking stuff
Nice.
about alchemy is technically cooking, or the other way around, whatever.
He's making edible poison.
And not poison, you idiot.
I'm pretty sure that's just beer, Sibbin.
And the cheese. The heart of the cheese.
I love how Sibbin's been like traumatized by the cheese.
I am lactose intolerant.
Oh my.
Right.
Don't tell me the blade you were stabbed with was covered in lactose.
I doubt that was the poison they used. Lactose intolerant doesn't mean you die if you drink milk. Well, at least not normally.
I was trying to make a joke. Don't get all serious
Oh.
about it.
In any case, the area is not safe. Let's move on quickly. Less discussion standing.
Right.
We move. And you know, there's a lot of the halls evacuated. There's a whole bunch of clamoring outside. And as you exit, so do you think there's anyone else trying to kill me? And then a lightning array falls from the ceiling.
What now? Oh, lighting array.
Yeah.
Would this count as a ranged attack?
It misses you guys by like 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Evan looks up at the ceiling to see if it's the same fucker that he recommended to do this anyway.
The guy. the guy who would normally be in charge of that is gone before you can actually get a good look at him.
Ah,
I don't know. Whoever that was kind of failed at his job.
well, I guess they're gonna be meeting more failure.
God, it's all we have to.
Right then,
Leona takes it.
wait a minute. Might be safer to go through back entrance instead of front.
Right, that sounds reasonable.
And
Agreed.
what the fuck happened here?
I'd happen.
I don't care.
He showed up. He lit the fellow on fire and left.
That's eccentric.
Bad
Let's
side.
Are we not gonna get any identification off of this corpse? No.
He's been incinerated. You can try though.
Also, the
Uh,
Do you happen to know the blood biography spell?
Leona can only pull one spell that is exactly what we need out of her hat per day. I already pulled out neutralize poison. Give me a break.
Anyway, Mr. Petrov, let us proceed in that direction.
And with that I'm not going to call it resolve because good heavens.
With the escape started.
Why don't we call that a session and we'll just hope nothing bad happens.
hopefully. Right, let's see here. So there was one person that was getting a gun who was a janitor. There was the curator who was not a curator. There was a chef. And now
The
there's possibly a
chef,
fourth
the
person?
chef, it might not be actually the chef. It might be just, hey, I've put arsenic in this thing while he wasn't looking.
Yeah. And now there's a
Pastry
fourth
chef, in
person
fact.
potentially around the place. So there's potentially 3 assassins? Man.
Although that might be why the chef was shot, for being a failure at assassinating someone.
There was a janitor. There was the pastry chef. There was the curator. There was the butler. There might be a guard, and then there was whoever dropped that light array.
There was also the guy that you've mentioned, the janitor, right? Did you mention the
Yeah.
janitor?
Oh,
I
wow,
did.
that's 7 assassins. Holy shit.
I don't think that's enough.
Considering that all those attempts just didn't really succeed, I wouldn't be surprised if by
I mean,
a platoon
how
of
long?
assassins.
How long passed in game?
You're
Half an hour.
you people are going to bed.
Like,
Not what time it is. How long did it take for the first between assassination attempts?
yeah, between the beginning and the end of the session. I know there was a 5-minute time skip at one point.
Can I be honest? Well, I honestly have no idea.
I want to say, well, like half an hour.
It wasn't that long.
It feels like half an hour of assassination attempts.
It wasn't that long. It was like
Museum.
there was the conversation. There was a short conversation in the one room, and then they went into the museum. Yeah, took
That's
like
where the first
a couple.
assassination attempt
Yeah, took like
happened.
5 minutes in there. Maybe. There was a 5-minute time skip while I went to the break room. The cake thing happened at the same time as the cake thing happened. And then that last combat. So like 15 minutes of just constant assassination attempts, none of which worked.
The only thing we're just missing is the actual bomb attacks.
Also, only one, well, I guess 2 assassins have been taken out. And
One
not by our
assassin,
by us.
one assassination attempt every 2 minutes.
And it turns out Thibin's one of the assassins.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Nothing would
Finally, we
make
got a
Northern
reason to shoot
happier.
the rat.
Yes. Finally.
Nothing would make Northern happier.
Installs explosives inside of her.
She's not even on the Everward payroll. It just felt natural.
Yeah. Just at this point, might as well.
Say, yes. Keep on assassinating the same person. Sounds like a quite one thing to do. These
Might as
Ivan
well keep going.
yeah,
Bang.
these Ivan words don't sound so different from us, do they? Let's keep on going at it, so that way the person gets tired.
Might as well keep going.
Say, let's go ahead and apply poisonous concussions to their cat's claw, so that way when they accidentally get cat scratched, they're gonna die.
That's the most Nietzschean sounding.
And with them out of the way, I can finally use my power to control the tri-state area.
What?
Finally, with them out of the way, I can acquire the diamond before getting interrupted, and
Well-
use the diamond to make a laser.
Well, anyway, I'm getting we're ending this session here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
are.
good.
And
We are definitely good.
I don't even know what I'm going to use the laser
I need
for.
to,
I just want to make a laser.
I need non-lethal bullets. Is that a thing?
rubber.
Yeah, why is
rubber.
Is-
I need non-lethal bullets.
Is rubber bullets a thing?
I want to say kinda yes, though I have no idea what the ammunition is.
I know I was looking this up in one of the parts that I wasn't in, and there is like assault shot or whatever, where
Yes,
it's
for
like
a shotgun.
for shotguns and stuff.
Sounds
And that's the only
pain.
non-lethal bullet that's listed.
So it looks like you need to get yourself a shotgun.
I have feats that only have one weapon.
I'm kind of
Should have gone for the shotgun.
I wonder.
I'm telling
And
you.
I can't
the
have range.
I
You're
wonder.
a paladin. What are you afraid of?
Is there any mission for this? Pellets. Would pellets work?
That's just a different kind of gun. That's just a different kind of bullet.
Besides,
pellets is just
as we all know,
shotgun
the
type,
double-barreled shotgun is the holy weapon of demon
better weapon
slaying.
quality.
Everyone knows that.
They have an M1914 grenade. Interesting.
Yep.
Oh, one of them is concussion, so that should be non-lethal, right?
You're looking at modern firearms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Presumably, modern firearms are not a thing.
Well, Red might let us have them. They'll be significantly more expensive than the listed price, presumably, but he might allow them.
I'm also just gonna state out the fact that the flamethrower probably does exist,
The Flammenwerfer.
and it will probably be owned by some individuals that I will not quote their names.
Warp fire throwers incoming.
Oh, dear.
That's all I'm gonna say in response to that.
I can already see the shenanigans.
Insist on using modern firearms every game.
I can
Well,
still
I'm not saying they should be common. I'm just saying, like, I could see that being, it's a special Shurtikuan weapon or something like that. Give, like, the
No.
Shurtikuans or the Iverwardians access to them, but not everybody else because they have advanced technology.
Gas cylinder? Holy shit! I can actually see that being used. That's actually kind of horrifying.
Yeah,
Oh my!
they got the
Oh my fucking god! It's literally globadiers.
Glovadiers, warp fire throwers, rattling guns. You got the work.
And that's the stuff that they don't mind showing to the public.
Modern firearms, for context for the person who doesn't know this, are from the Pathfinder adventure path where you go
The
to
Pathfinder
Earth
adventure.
during World War II.
No.
Yeah.
You go to Earth during the Bolshevik Revolution,
Bolshevik.
which is like during World War One, after Russia ducked out of the war.
Well, excuse me.
The adventure path is called Rasputin Must Die. Your goal? Kill Rasputin.
Because he must die.
Oh, yeah, the flamethrower also does in fact catch people on fire.
Yep, the flamethrower. The thing that shoots fire lights people on fire. Who'd have thunk?
It also could potentially blow up.
Yes,
Oof.
it can.
Interestingly, it
Again, both,
can not blow up unless it has to be in the presence of adjacent flame.
both Gold and I apparently have things we don't like. Pathfinder. Gold's is goblins, apparently.
Yes.
Mine
Don't like the
is
guy.
mine is they just sort of crammed everything into it. So Gold gets to go. I'm just gonna use the modern firearms.
No. I'm not saying the modern should be even expected to be used. I'm just saying if Red wants to, the stats are there. We should not expect him to use them. It would be
Yeah.
funny, but he's not. But he is under no obligation to make use of any of them.
So you're like, oh, you can go. There's the modern firearms, the
It's just funny to say
technological
that.
weapons, and
It's just funny to say that Pathfinder has stats for laser guns.
The fuck.
Like, those aren't going to fit into every campaign ever.
Unless you're doing a futuristic
But
campaign.
Radium
yeah,
laser? What the fuck?
Yep, they have the radium guns of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
But nowhere does it like
Say that everything has to be allowed. No,
Yeah.
that's
no
dumb.
nowhere
That's
does
wrong.
not what I was saying. Nowhere does it say this is this is when you allow this, or this is the context in which we statted this out.
They actually do provide context for firearm use in the firearms section. They say, yeah, some settings might want to include guns, some might not want to include guns. Here's some rules for different settings that may include guns, that might not include guns. I would assume the assumption is with the modern firearms, it's like the step further from the basic firearms and then the advanced firearms, and then you have the modern firearms, and then you have the futuristic weapon technology with laser guns and
I'll be back real quick. I'm hearing something that doesn't sound right.
Oh, by the way, anything we want to say before the end of recording?
Amazing.
thanks for tolerating our bullshit, GM.
I hate all of you.
Hour?
Hey, I didn't do anything. What did I do in that session?
You said hour.
Soak the mages.
I would like to
I
point out that I was the most calmest of the group, besides Norvin.
That's a problem.
It is. That's a huge problem.
I was just trying to not make a massacre in the fucking hallway.
I
And
think the most
everybody started shooting.
everybody.
The most wacky thing I did was douse the magus because I thought it would be because in character Leona thought she was on fire, and out of character I thought it would be funny.
What do you mean
And it
our?
To be fair, I was kind of hoping to fill
Not
my control
necess-
shape role and just floof up
Not-
a wet fur ball.
not necessarily your, but when I say our, I mean us as a group of the players because I just
None
came
of
in
us
and like
actually did anything this time.
I did a thing.
I did a thing. Actually, now that I think about it, other than I using an offensive AoE spell, which I mean I took care of that, so we actually were relatively calm and normal.
I mean, you did shoot nightmares at the guy.
I mean that's just because witch.
Well, yeah,
It's
witch.
it's just because witch. That's how witches be.
Witch be how witch
Burn
be.
the witch.
Now you see why everyone's always burning the witch and all that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, anyway, stopping recording right now because we're just gonna keep going
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. I thought you stopped
you
it
can-
like 5 minutes ago.
No,
Same here.
it's fun to have
You
all
can
this
stop-
nonsense here.
You can stop recording.